I'm just gonna start streaming. I haven't even done my pre-stream prep yet for advertising, so I'm just gonna have to do that on the fly. All right, I can hear myself. Good. Okay. That's good. I haven't even opened up my trick list. Um, Trick list. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Now I'll start advertising. Please bear with me while I advertise. Let's see here. So this might be a little bit slower than usual. So normally what I'll do is go through all the Discord channels in which I'm going to announce, and then I paste it in, but I don't send it yet. I haven't quite done that yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and let's see here. Do that today. Most of the time it's not a big deal for most Discords, but sometimes it can affect the speed at which I finish advertising. I'm also still a little sick. I was hoping to be like better by today, but then again, I've kind of been at this for like weeks. So, yeah. Let's see. And then sometimes when you join like a new Discord, there's like 50 bajillion channels. You gotta sift through all of them. Okay. Anyway, I was able to jam with a magic buddy last night virtually, not in real life, unfortunately, but such is life. I learned a new trick. I don't even know what it's called. So, but I think I can do it already. I am also starting way later than I normally do. The baby went to sleep late today. Hey, Monzon official. Hey, welcome in. How are you doing? At the moment, I'm currently advertising my stream to all of the 50 bajillion discords that are out there. But make yourself at home. If you would like to request a trick, feel free to request a trick. And then we'll get to the trick list in a little bit. I was just kind of describing my process for advertising to all of the communities that I'm in, and then also talking about why I'm later today than usual. Because the baby took an extremely long nap today. It was way longer than usual. Like, the baby woke up from the nap at 4. And normal bedtime's like 7:30 to 8:30. Baby didn't go down until like probably 9:20, 9:30 today. So it was pretty late. So by the time went down, get ready for stream, have a snack, make sure I'm not like... But there we go. But thanks for hopping in, Monzon. Yeah, once we get a bunch of other people in here, I'll give you a shout out. So, shouts and self promo. But anyway, hopefully everybody's doing well. I'm not sure who's in chat besides Monzon, but Monzon official, if you have any questions about any of the food stuff we discussed, let me know. So I think it is of utmost importance that you have a very sharp chef knife, and I'm behind that because a lot of people hurt themselves on knives that are not the sharpest, so they either apply more force than they should need to, or it rolls on a round piece of thing that they're cutting, and then that's how they cut themselves. And so that's why I maintain knife sharpness is important. Hey, welcome in, Chan the Magic Man. How's it going? Oh, and welcome in, Gibson Lens. Welcome in. How's it going? Excellent. Oh, thanks for giving Chan a shout out, Gibson. And then also, if you can shout out Monzon Official, normally does music streams, but I caught him doing a cooking stream the other day. So, actually, let me just do that now. If shout out Monzon Official. All right, we got it. Cool, awesome. And hey, welcome in, Kish Loba. How's everybody doing this fine Sunday? So I'm currently in the middle of advertising still, but the trick queue is open, and I'm just babbling, so feel free to request tricks and chat. Let me know how your Sunday or weekend has gone. So I was in the process of telling everybody why I was a little bit late today. Kishloba says, doing great, just relaxing for the night. Excellent. How are you? I'm still a little sick, but for the most part, I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit later than I wanted to be for stream because I was saying the baby wouldn't go down to sleep at normal time today because the baby took an extra long nap during the day today. So I was like, oh no. So it kind of threw the whole schedule off. But otherwise, I'm doing okay. Let's see. Share stream. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I miss the correct channel to post in. I feel bad if I don't follow the rules in every Discord. So. But oh yeah, if anybody wants the quick summary, exclamation point TL for the trick list, or exclamation point random, and it'll randomly put a trick into the trick list. And yeah, that is that. But I did get a chance to I did get a chance to learn a new trick yesterday. As I was saying before, I think people got on. I learned a new trick, and I don't know what it's called, so that's kind of like the antithesis of what my stream is, trying to get people to learn the names of tricks and like the people who created them. But I may perform it today. It's not like technically difficult. I don't even have a presentation for it yet, so that'd be super interesting, I think. Just to see, and if anybody has any ideas of how I could dress it up, I think would be cool too. But yeah, it just sucks being sick because I feel like I can't hang out with other people, especially like everybody's all like, very sensitive about, not going out and getting other people sick when they're sick. So I'm like, okay, fine. I just feel like I've been sick way more the last few years because I stopped going out since 2020, and then like I stopped giving my body stuff to fight. So that's just kind of where I've been. Okay. Going live. Okay, just 5 more things to advertise in, I think. And then we'll get started. But I did see a request already. Thanks for requesting, Monzon Official. Let's see, just 5 more things. Yeah, so for some reason my computer was super slow, and actually right before stream I had to restart. So I do this entire rigmarole of carrying my laptop from upstairs down to here, and it doesn't get good Wi-Fi, so I have to bring the like the Ethernet cable all the way down. So I've connected 3 Ethernet cables, and it's like 200 feet to get from up there down here. And then my connection was still horrible, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? It's never this bad. So then I restarted my computer, and then everything was working fine. And then when I logged into OBS was like, hey, something's messed up. And I don't know if anybody else uses Stream Elements, but I was modding for Hutch the other day, and I was like, Stream Elements isn't working in these other channels, but it's working in Hutch's. And then Hutch mentioned on stream, it was like, oh yeah, he spent like 15 minutes trying to fix the thing, and apparently there was a setting that you can remove the bot from your channel and then put it back. So if anybody's having any Stream Elements issues, that's the reason why. Hey, welcome in, Hallow Thorn. How's it going? Hey, it's Nam. Yeah. Hey, it's Ben. All right, don't mind me. I'm currently finishing up advertising. I should probably like talk a little bit less and focus on the advertising, and then we're gonna start. If anybody wants to request any tricks, I think most of you guys who have been here know how. So feel free to request tricks, and then we'll get started. But hey, welcome in, the Rusty Panda. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, it's like that in Streamlabs too, but I didn't know where the button was in Stream Elements. Oh, okay, interesting. Good to know, Gibson Lens. Thank you. Okay, cool. So, all right, all of my Discords have been advertised to. So now just 2 more for like my personal friend groups, or like my personal Magic friend groups, basically. Just going live now. It's a lot less formal for them, because they're like, they know I'm a magician, so I don't have to. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, we're done. Whew. That was. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's first get some things out of the way. Okay, so we shouted out Monzon Official. You normally plays guitar, does music, but I caught him doing a cooking stream the other day. Chan the Magic Man, also one of the other people on Twitch that does Magic regularly on Twitch. So give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Normally does Magic Mondays, so feel free. Welcome in, Gibson Lens, my mod. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the shout out for Gibson Lens. Plays piano, a lot of VGM, popular music, esoteric music. Also has a lot of originals, and I enjoy listening to music. It's very chill, very calming most of the time. There's like a few hype songs in the list, but let's see here. Who did we... okay, so that was earlier. Okay, cool. Now we're going to get to current Hallowthorn. If we can get a shout out for Hallowthorn, or aka Ben. Singaporean magician, also performs magic on Twitch regularly as well. So please give Ben a follow. Technically very good and like entertaining, and also has a lot of dad jokes in the channel. So definitely give Ben a follow. And then if I'm missing anybody who's also a streamer, let me know. So, and let's see. Hal Thorne says there's a new ebook for this, for the ACAN plot. Oh, I think it's going to be an interesting read. I'll hit you up with the link. Cool. All right. Awesome. Sweet. Sounds good. So I currently lack an ACAN plot in my trick list, but we'll explain that later. So, full disclosure, Ben, I don't know mnemonica. Shh, don't tell anybody. Hopefully that made sense to nobody that was in Magic. So, okay, let's see. First things first, we have a trick called Birds of a Feather, requested by Monzon Official. Oh, let me make sure everything is turned on. Okay, cool. All right. And I just have to quickly set up for that. Okay, and then, all right. Okay, guys, sorry for the wait. We are now going to be starting, and we have, oh, hold on, is this too high? Let me pull this back for a second. Okay, just making sure. Camera move. Do I need to be here? Okay. I mean, probably doesn't matter too much. You guys can still see everything. Okay. All right. Shh. Maybe it's time to work on that best kept secret. Shh. Okay. I won't say anything. That's okay. We can show people a video of the person who developed it and be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's super goofy. He's like the Willy Wonka of magic, and nobody will believe. Shh. Okay. Alright, so this trick is called Birds of a Feather. I've set aside the kings. I normally do this trick with the jacks, but I'm going to do it with the kings just so for diversity. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to introduce you to all the kings. This is the king of spades, king of diamonds, the king of clubs, and of course the king of hearts. Now, I'm going to go ahead and place the deck out. If you were here, I would ask you to cut the deck about 3/4 of the way down, like so. It has to be roughly, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, you could adjust if you want a few extra cards or whatever. And then I would ask you to cut about 2/3 of this one, so let's say here. And then I would ask you to cut about half of this one, and we'll place that off to the side. Now with each one of these, I'm going to mark each one with a king, and with each one of these that we mark, a different king will be the one to indicate the position of where you cut. And then our last king goes here. Now what we're going to do is we are going to somehow magically, and I do have a little bit of a cough, so I did pack a bunch of cough drops, but look, the cough drops come with a lot of magical power. I'm going to build a little road from this pile to this pile. And believe it or not, the king is going to walk on the yellow cough drops from this pile to that pile. And that's done. It's kind of like following the yellow brick road from the Wizard of Oz, if anybody's familiar with that. So here, now it's in contact with this and that. So that king's going to run through. And then finally, the last one. Follow the yellow cough drop road. Follow the yellow cough drop road. That's too many syllables. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow. So anyway, this is a little bit in my head because my daughter has a Wizard of Oz book that really simplifies the Wizard of Oz quite a bit, because it's for like not quite an infant, but like a young toddler. So anyway, after the misadventures, I guess, where they visited the Tin Man, the Scarecrow. Well, actually, they met the Scarecrow first, right? Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and then the Lion. And here they meet up at the Emerald City. All these kings are here at the Emerald City. But what you may not know is that here in the weird land of Oz, I know this trick is called Birds of a Feather, but actually if we took a look at all the weird coincidences that occurred in this Wizard of Oz, these are actually flying monkeys. And believe it or not, if you've ever heard of the thing in which if there's 50 bajillion monkeys sitting at a typewriter and they just continuously type, statistically one of them should eventually, if given an infinite amount of time, type all of the great works of Shakespeare. So if you've heard about that thought experiment, that's fine. But they're gonna be, I won't say it. Alright, so here, I'm just going to let you know that there may be a strange coincidence, because all these flying monkeys have actually found something else. Now remember, if you were here, you would have cut to each one of these places. But I'm letting you know that this was all the work of flying monkeys. That we happen to also cut to all of the aces. I know, right? Super weird. Super weird. I'm not gonna lie, that presentation was completely off the cuff. I was like, I have no idea where this is going. Amazing. Worked out well. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens, Chan the Magic Man. And, Gibson's got the avocado. Oh, probably for the, the crafty art hole. And, Halathorn says, nice! And Kishloba says, On fire! Thank you kindly for the claps. Rusty Panda. All right, greatly appreciate it. All right, and that was for Monzon Official. Thank you kindly for the request. So, anyway, trick queue is open. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. While I'm here, I'll do the how. But let's see, in the interim, so if anybody does request anything, we'll do that one. Otherwise, I do have a new trick I'm going to show. As I said, I don't know the name of it yet, but you know, I could practice. I could practice it on stream. Hopefully I know it well enough without having practiced it at all and having just learned it yesterday. That'll be okay. Is that right? Okay. We'll go with that. Okay. Alright, Chan has requested something, but I have already gotten set up for this other trick, so we're going to do the other trick first. Okay. And I'm also going to cough, so hang tight. Okay. The Rusty Panda asks, how was the Magic Con that you went to recently? Oh, yes, I talked about the Magic Con, not last week. I think it was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, the Magic convention was awesome. So yeah, one of the bigger Magic conventions. There was like 1,000 people, which for a Magic convention is basically huge. And I got to see a bunch of great Magic shows. I got to watch a bunch of Magic lectures. So Magic lectures, for anybody who don't know, is basically they'll perform the trick to show you what it's supposed to look like, and then also expose all of the secrets and how it is done. We call those the methods in which the magical effects are achieved. So got to watch about it. The most important part of the convention was I met a bunch of cool new people. I met up with a bunch of people that I've never physically met up with before. We got to Magic Jam, so I got to share a bunch of magic, got to learn a bunch of magic, and we got to workshop a bunch of magic, which was really cool. So yeah. But overall, I had fun. I would consider going back again. Speaking of conventions, if anybody saw the announcement for TwitchCon 2023, North America is happening in Vegas. I'll tell you a story about that after this trick, but we'll get to that. Okay, so I think this trick is also known as the 7-card trick, but what I want to show you is we have basically black face cards. So these black face cards, what we're going to do is we're going to place 3 of them down here. And I do have one card that's out of place. So we have this one. We're going to place that here. And then some of these other ones I'm just going to place out here. And what I want you to do is keep your eye on the different card. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and swap these two. And if you are on desktop, feel free to click the card which is different than the rest, whether it's the red spot card amongst all of the black face cards. Which one do you think is the one that is different? And we'll give everybody a minute to do that. But okay, I'll get into the discussion about the TwitchCon. So I told my wife that okay, I'm probably not going to go to TwitchCon, especially if it's in San Diego again, because I was like, okay, I'm not sure if there's much in San Diego. But I did tell her, well, in the off chance that Twitch happens to decide to put it in this one particular place, I'm definitely going to consider it. And lo and behold, the announcement comes out and it says, oh, TwitchCon 2023 North America is going to be happening in Vegas. And I'm like, good. So I don't know if my desire threw that into the world or anything. But as it turns out, I'm going to consider going to TwitchCon because it's in Vegas. If anybody didn't know, there's 50 bajillion working magicians doing big shows in Vegas. So if I ever find myself without anything to do at TwitchCon, which I'm sure that won't be the case, but if I do, there's a bunch of magic stuff to do, and there's some magic shops to visit, and all that. Yep, a lot of people might not even spend a lot of time at actual TwitchCon. Yeah, I know. So, right, you'll be you'll be drowning in a sea of magicians. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Obi-Wan, welcome in. How's it going? We're gonna shout out for Obi-Wan, musician, and you may also see coding. All right, cool. So now we'll get back to the trick. So a lot of people may have said, hey, um, you know, this is no longer the different one, and you probably would have clicked on this one. So, oh, we did get one person on the heat map to click this one. But I did tell you to click on the different one, and the different one is this. You may have thought that these were all black face cards, but no, none of these are actually black face cards. This is the only one, so you should have correctly clicked on this one. All right, cool. Best temporal misdirection ever, talking about a convention. Right. And that, my friends, is a brand new trick. I don't even know what it's called yet. So let me eat this heat map. Delicious heat maps. Ah. Okay, cool. All right, now let me get back to the trick queue for Jen the Magic Man. Alright, so interesting thing about this trick is that when I first tried to do this trick on stream, I did it correctly the way that I used to do it. And then I messed up doing this trick the second time. But the mess up, I was like, wait, and now I do this trick well, not a completely different way, but like there's this one thing that happens in this trick that is like way different than I used to do it. And I think it looks better because of it. So now I only do it the new, the new different way. Hey, welcome in, Lex Axon. How are you? Welcome in. So anybody who is new here and or is lurking but hasn't really interacted. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic. So welcome in. So that's what I do. I have co-opted a StreamerSonglist, and I only put magic tricks in it. Well, I put one non-magic trick in it, but there's no songs in it, that's for sure. And that's how people request tricks. So if anybody would like to request anything, feel free. ! How will tell you how. Convention of Magicians went missing. Did they disappear? Oh, they did the disappear trick on each other. It's a good one, Obi-Wan. Good one. Okay. We have here all of our aces. Now, for anybody who is not familiar with an ace assembly, we're going to try and get all the aces. So, for example, ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, ace of spades. And we're going to try to get them all to collect in the same place. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place all of the aces out here first, like so. And then I'm going to be placing 3 cards on each one of these piles, like so, right? And then we'll go from there. Okay, now we'll straighten out all these piles. And actually, I should turn this face down. Now, once again, earlier we did use the yellow cough drop road. And you know what? Why not continue with that theme today? So here, yellow cough drop road. So for those of you who are not aware, we're going to try and get all of the aces to assemble down here. So look, the ace is waltzing about from this pile down to this pile. And that amount of time was all it took, because if we take a look at all of the cards in this pile, there's actually no aces here. But if I show you over here, well, we knew that the ace of spades was here because that's the one that I placed initially. We got a couple other cards, but look, the ace of hearts has jumped from that pile to this pile. More like traveled. So now let's go ahead and do the second pile, like so. and that ace will walk along the yellow cough drop road. Follow the cough drop road. Follow the cough drop road. Man, I'm not going to become a singer, guys. This is not going to become a new thing. But believe it or not, if we take a look, there's no aces here. None of them are aces. But if I show you now, Lex Accent says, soup and magic tonight. Awesome. That sounds like a great time. Look, the ace of clubs has jumped down here. That's good. Chan the Magic Man's like, what? What? I know. And then for this final pile, we're going to go ahead. We're going to need... Oh no, this went so far away. We're going to need 4 cough drops for this. And look, the ace, and we have to wait a little bit longer because the ace has... All the aces are about the same speed. So they're not going to like come all at once, you know. So this one's going to take a little bit more time. Okay, hopefully that was enough. Because now, if I show you, we have the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. Now, here's the thing. You might think that there's some sleight of hand afoot, and you might be right because you're watching a sleight of hand. But let me go ahead and place the ace of spades into that pile. Now, if you were here, I would invite you to place your hand on top of that pile. Since you're not, hopefully we can proxy your hand with 5 cough drops. And here, I'm just going to show you that if that was your hand, I would use the power of these 3 aces. So actually, these could be, once again, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion. And they're going to need to save Dorothy, I guess, is the ace of spades from the witch's castle. And through your hand, flying monkeys. Okay, we'll do it. 1, 2. I don't know if you saw that jump. It actually moved some of the cough drops. It was very powerful. But actually, if I show you, here's the ace of diamonds, hearts, and clubs. But there's now the ace of spades that has appeared amongst all of them. And actually, if I show you here, there's no aces here. And that, my friends, is a weirdly, once again, Wizard of Oz themed. Should have titled today like Wizard of Oz themed Magic Day, Ace Assembly. So that, my friends, is Wizard of Oz Ace Assembly. I'm not gonna lie, that story actually plays out well for a lot of for a lot of magic tricks, because there's a lot of 4 of a kinds. So like the 3 of them plus Dorothy like actually plays into like literally anything, almost any trick. So, all right, thank you for the emotes and the nice and claps, Chan the Magic Man, and then thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens, and for the emotes, Lex Axon, and hey, welcome in, Wolfistay, or no, Waff. Hold on. Waff 1, I stay. Okay. So in my mind, when I see Waff, I'm thinking World of Final Fantasy. This may not be what your name is, but 1 is Tay, 1 I stay. All right, let's call you Waff, if that is all right. You got it right. Oh, sweet. That's so cool. All right. Waff is Tay. All right, cool. Thanks. Welcome in. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. So let's see. At the moment, we just cleared out the trick queue. If anybody would like to request any tricks, exclamation point TL will bring up the trick list, or you can just click on that streamer song list there and request something. And if you want to request something but you don't know what to request, exclamation point random. Otherwise, I'm just going to babble on like this. So feel free to request tricks. Otherwise, it's just going to be me talking. So unless you really enjoy my voice, in which case, you know, that could be a legitimate thing. I'd like to think I have a very pleasant voice. But we do have requests, so I'm going to go ahead and just prep for that while I continue to babble on from our new friend, Waff is Stay. I requested a trick and I miss it. Oh no! You know what, Monzon? You can request another one. If you want to see that one, you'll have to go back and watch it in the VOD. But yeah, So, but yeah, all my VODs are up for 60 days on Twitch, and then eventually they make it to my YouTube channel, which this is probably a good time to mention. If anybody wants to see more magic content from me specifically, feel free to check out my YouTube. So I have a lot of magic videos there. I did a project for 100 tricks in 100 days, and so yeah. Okay, what do we have here? All right, Hellman's Aces. Excellent. All right, so today, because it's a weird day, we're not going to be doing it with aces. I mean, we always use the jokers, but usually the jokers will find the aces, and my usual excuse is that they're great at finding the most powerful cards in a deck. And you know, as magicians, we just use the aces because they're very clean, they look nice. But unless you play some of the old classic playing card games, you don't know how powerful they are in a lot of these games. But if you didn't know, my mana with the aces has to be recharged on occasion. So today, because we're also doing the Wizard of Oz sub-theme, so here's Dorothy and Toto, and they're going to be looking for a bunch of friends. So now here's the thing. Well, I guess... So these are signed. Oh, by the way, if anybody's curious about why these are signed. So these are signed by people who support me in chat. So people who have subbed, people who gave me at least 500 bits. You get to sign a card in the Twitch deck. So if anybody's interested. Also, if you're unaware, if you have Amazon Prime and you don't get a free Prime sub every month, you're entitled to that. So please use it. Even if it's not on me, just literally use it on any Twitch creator, please. So anyway, I guess by that respect, Panda Volta must be Dorothy and Young Fika must be Toto. So that's the name of Dorothy's dog, right? Toto. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But anyway, so they found themselves in the land of Oz, and they're walking on the yellow brick road, and they run into their first encounter, and this is the Scarecrow. So represented by the 4 of clubs. Now what we have is once again following the yellow brick road, and they're going to go ahead and find another friend, and this is the Tin Man. Man, if I had known I was going to be Wizard of Ozing this entire time, this would be great. And then we have well, you know what? They could actually they have to take a fork in the path, so they're going to turn around, and they can still find all of their friends. So they run into, oh, this is the 4 of spades. It must be the lion then, right? The lion. And then finally we have, I guess the 4th one would be the wizard, and that could be their 4 friends. And you know what? If I had thought this through, we should have made the hearts the Tin Man, because it's like the Tin Man's looking for a heart, right? And then I don't know which one is closer to bravery or courage for the lion. But anyway, yeah. Part of my trying to become more creative and innovative with my tricks. I should have used the diamond for the wizard because it was Emerald City, so that would make sense too. Anyway, that was Hellman's Aces themed as Hellman's 4's Wizard of Oz style. So there you go. You know what's going to happen after stream now? I literally have to look up to see how many tricks have been done Wizard of Oz Wizard of Oz card tricks before. So but anyway, thank you for that request, Waffis Stay. Thank you for the claps, Gibson Lens, Chan the Magic Man, Monzon Official. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, and then Monzon Official has requested a Magician's Choice. What a treat. I get to pick something. I did get to pick the random trick that I showed. That's actually not on the list. It was off menu, guys, off menu. But let me see here. What would be cool to present? Actually, what haven't I done in a while? Because I may need to practice that. Oh God. Okay, actually, I want to do this one. So there's this one trick that I like a lot. It's technically difficult to do, so I don't do it that much. And then there's this one. I love this one. This one's great and not as difficult to do. Okay, I'm not leaving the screen. Lol. Okay, great. All right, so we're going to be performing a trick called Ace on Top for Monzon Official. I mean, really for everybody in chat, but Monzon Official just requested it. So, let's see here. I do have to find a ace through 5 of a suit, though. So hang tight. Let me. Oh, I suppose I could show you this part. This part, I'm not hiding anything here. I'm looking for the 5. 5 of hearts. There we go. Okay, so this trick will use the ace of hearts, 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, and 5 of hearts. Now, I want to let you know that this is not so much a trick as it is a game. Now, the thing with this game is that the game is called Ace on Top. So the important question is, you just need to pay attention and watch, and let me know what you think is on the top when I ask. Now I'm going to do a magic move here, and I'm going to draw attention to it because I just want you to see how simple it is, how simple it looks. Look, I'm going to place this right on the top. Now the important question is, what card is this? If you said the 5, you might be misled, because remember, you just have to remember what's on top, and the answer is it's the ace. But look, if I take out the ace, right, now the rest of the cards, if I take out specific cards, all of the other cards will be in ascending order. So the next card following the ace is going to be the 2. Okay, and now what follows the 2, it's going to be the 3, and then the 4 and the 5. So important question, what card is this? And a lot of you would probably be saying 5. Some of you astute viewers might also be saying 4 because, you know, you may not have seen certain things. But the correct answer is, if you have to ask yourself deep down inside what you should be asking, what the answer is, you should probably say ace. Because is this not now on the top? Because look, it's on the top, right? So look, ace followed by the 2, followed by the 3, followed by the 4, followed by the 5. I know, isn't that super weird, super interesting? Okay, what card is this? If you said the ace, you're correct, because I didn't even do anything magical there. Like, I'm not trying to fool you. That really is the ace. But look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place the ace into the middle of this packet, right? So it's not on the top. It's not on the bottom. It's actually going into the middle. Important question, what card's on the top? Now, if you're starting to learn and you said ace, you're correct, because look, ace. Now, look, if I grab the ace and I place it clearly in the middle, like if I spread these cards and I place it in the middle, like so, Monzon Official says, nice! Believe it or not, what if I ask you what's on top now? If you said ace, you're correct, because look, there's the ace. Now, here, let me take this out of play for a second. Chan the Magic Man says ace. Chan's on it. Chan knows. Okay, what follows the ace? If you said the 2, that would be correct, because here's the 2. Now let me go ahead and grab the 2 and place it furthest away from where it's supposed to be. Clearly on the bottom, right? Clearly on the bottom. What follows the ace? It's the 2. Yeah, I know. It's super weird, super bizarre. Would you believe that I could do this trick while all the cards are face up? Whether you believe it or not, let's try it, because it's going to be done. Now, I just want you to note how messed up this is. So look, in order to do it face up, the ace would have to jump all the way up to the top. The 3 would have to shift down in the middle. The 5 has to go all the way down to the bottom. The 2 has to hop all the way up here, and 4 has to take over one position. And so that's a lot of stuff to do. But as I showed you that the stack is very self-correcting, it can basically do everything, but I just have to do one thing. I just have to find the ace, and I'm going to grab it and put it on the top. Hey, welcome in, Chris M. Yee. Oh, I'm going to try to leave this in view the whole time before... Okay, all right. Thank you kindly for the resub, Chris M. Yee. How's it going? How are you? Welcome in. Feel free to make a request if you would like for your resub. And then also, if we can get a shout out for Chris M. Yee, friend of the stream. Also, Chris plays video games. He has a show every other week called the Clip ME Show, where he features clips all across the Twitchiverse, and it's a fun time. So, okay, but anyway, look, the ace is now on the top. But what follows the ace? And if you said the 2, that would be correct. What follows the 2? The 3. What follows the 3? The 4. What follows the 4? The 5. And that, my friends, is ace on top. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and thanks for playing. Monzon Official, thanks for the request. I know I picked it, but like you had the magician's choice. So. Oh, hold on, I should switch screen before you see the keyboard. Keyboard magician secret. I can't type anything without a keyboard. I blew it. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps and applause. Chan the Magic Man, Chris M. Yee. Hands are slick. Oh man, you would not believe how hard it is to keep slick hands in the winter. Yeah, dry hands over here. So, but thank you kindly for the compliment. I know, dad joke. I was really looking. Yes, so Monzon Official, I would like to let you know that I don't do any sort of black magic or sorcery. I haven't signed any deals with the devil. Everything that you see here is achieved through sleight of hand magic and fun storytelling. So there you go. I don't want anybody to lose any sleep at night, no matter how fantastical it may look. So, all right. Okay, once again, queue is empty. Feel free to request any tricks. Otherwise, I might be babbling like this. So, yeah. This is also a really good time to take a hydrate break. So, for anybody who has forgotten, had not sipped anything for a bit, feel free to take a sip of your beverage of choice. I am drinking, once again, black tea. I enjoy tea. I normally have green tea in the mornings, and then I have black tea in the afternoon, evening. So. Chris M. says, it's unseasonably cold in California this winter, so I actually have to worry about moisturizing my hands. Yeah, I know, right? Not that I live in California, I don't know that, but I have some friends that used to live up in the Northeast and then moved out to the West Coast, and within a couple years they've completely adapted, and then, you know, the weather drops to like 40 degrees, where, you know, I would be like, oh, it's sweater weather here, and they're like, oh, I need to bundle up and moisturize my hands and everything. So it's like, I get it. All right. Okay, Monzon Official. I'm going to be doing Chris M. Yee's request next for the resub, and then we'll get to yours after that. So, Traveling Man, great choice. I like it. Let me also tweak the list there. Okay. Oh, no. I mixed this up with another trick. This one's traveling man. Okay. Let me see if you know what? Maybe we'll make this traveling woman, because I'm just gonna end up using the queens. So traveling woman it is. You also want to diversify your tricks. You don't want to like okay, and then we're just gonna hope for a 75% on this one. Okay. Hold on, I got a cough. I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums during a big cough, so there we go. But, okay, so this is called Traveling Man. Okay, first things first. I have 8 cards here. Let me move these over so we're more centered. Okay, alright. 8 cards. So there's 4 cards from a blue back deck, 4 cards from a red back deck. Normally I would do them with jacks or kings because it's called Traveling Man, but today we're going to be doing it with queens. So we're going to go ahead and show you that there's queens here. Now, I just want to show you that we've got queens here. And Chris M.Ye, if you are still around, feel free to select a suit. So you can either select the clubs, the diamonds, the spades, or the hearts. I'll have everybody note hearts. Okay, great. I'll have everybody note that in each of these piles, they are going in the same order from the top down. You know, if they're facing up: clubs, diamonds, spades, and then hearts. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to place them into a position here. So that you'll see it. It is the third one from the top when we flip it face down. Okay. So here, what we've got is our red pile, and over here we've got our blue pile. Now, what I want to do is show you how some magicians will make cards teleport from one pile to another, and they do that with a snap. Now, you probably heard the snap, but you might have not seen is that not all snaps are just for presentation or drawing your attention or distraction. There was a purpose to that snap. When I snapped, I actually secretly kicked the Queen of Hearts from each pile into the opposite pile. I know, super hard to believe, right? But look, if I show you, this is the red backed pile. If we go and I show you, then now this one is blue backed, and this blue backed one is our Queen of Hearts. I know, super strange, right? And look, if I show you in this blue backed pile, we now have, once again in our third position, it's actually the Queen of Hearts. I know, super interesting, right? But look, some people thought, hey, maybe there was something to that mechanical snap. Well, that's okay. We'll show you again, just in case you want to see. I'm going to restore the piles back to normal. So here's our red-backed pile. Okay. All right, and then here's our blue-backed pile. Okay. And once again, I'm going to do our snap. This is a mechanical snap, remember? Maybe if you watch, maybe if you could like be here with a slow motion camera and record, and not just with this webcam that's maybe getting 30 FPS per second, at like 1,000 frames per second, you might be able to see something. I bet you didn't see it here. It happened way too fast. I kicked the heart from each one of these piles into the other pile. I know, that's really hard to believe, but if I show you, watch. And look, this is the heart, right? That's the heart. And here, that's the heart. Boom. And that, my friends, is Traveling Woman, starring the Queens. Thank you kindly for the resub, Chris. And those hearts did some traveling. Heck yeah. It's like a rendition of Sleepless in Seattle. Chan the Magic Man said, I saw it flying. Oh, man. Well, you know, Chan the Magic Man, you're a magician, so I think you know what to watch out for. So you're probably like, bam, you saw it. You saw the movement. You saw it. You saw everything. So I gotcha. I gotcha, Chan. I gotcha. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens, Chris M. Yee. And thank you for the I saw it flying, Chan. And thank you kindly for the request in the reset. No, thank you kindly for the applause, Chan. Really appreciate it. All right, let's see here. And now we have a trick called Mad Monty. Let me just quickly set up for that here. Okay, and this is a demonstration of why you don't play any Monty games on the street. So any game that says the word Monty in it, don't play it. Just don't play it. Period. End of story. Okay, all right. Here we go. We have Queen of Spades and Queen of Clubs. If I go ahead and I place the Queen of Spades on top of the Queen of Clubs, and I turn the packet over 2 times, you would still expect the Queen of Spades to be on the top and the Queen of Clubs to be on the bottom, right? Because that's correct. That's the way it is. Now, let me go ahead and do it 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now, important question, what would you say is on the top? What would you say is on the bottom? And you would probably guess that the spade and the club would not have turned into red 4s. Right? Right. That, my friends, is Mad Monty. That's how quickly a change can occur. On the street or otherwise. That, my friends, Chris M.U. says, excuse me? Hopefully I got the emotion correct there, Chris. And then, Chan, thank you for the OMG. And thank you kindly for the claps. Yes, well read. That's okay. If anybody is wondering what happened to the queens, I mean, you can just change them back. Let me see how good this looks on camera. Okay, up here. Yeah, 4. Okay. Oh, that was not good. That's okay. We'll take it. Here, we got another 4 to change anyway, so here's my redemption arc. Okay, here we go. That's a red 4, right? Okay, that looks a lot better, I think. Okay, thank you for the... Oh, what emotes are those? Oh, for the clap. Kimmery Sky claps. Thank you kindly for that. Lex Xen. Alright, that was a short one. I know that was a short and quick one, so. Trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to see any more magic, feel free to make a request. And there is one request that is not on the trick list, or sorry, that is not actually magic. It's solving a Rubik's Cube. If anybody wants to see that, feel free. I have a bunch of redeems as well. If anybody wants to see magic done with other weird cards. For example, I've done magic, sleight of hand magic with Magic the Gathering cards. I've done magic with big cards, small cards, a tarot deck. So let me know. So a lot of those are redeems in there. So I keep on getting mixed up that particular trick because I know 2 Daniel Madison tricks, and I have to parse the name every time to be like, oh, which one is it? Because I learned them both at about the same time and everything. Ambitious card routine with clear plastic cards. Mr. Yee. Ye are a brutal man. Yeah, pun completely intended. But I will let you know, I believe this is doable. so I will do it. I'm feeling very ambitious. Good call, good call. So as a general demonstration of what one redeem may look like, Chris ME has just redeemed clear plastic cards. So let me show you this deck. So the one thing that a lot of magicians will probably agree on is you don't do magic with clear plastic cards. So if I show you the backs, these are, some Las Vegas casino, and then they have these four corners. And on the fronts, they will look like regular playing cards, so you can kind of see what's on the face. Oh, why are all those red? That's weird. Anyway, there's black ones as well. There's some face cards. So just so you guys can see what each one of these kind of potentially look like. But the whole deck is basically structured that way. Are there jokers in here? I forgot if there's jokers in here. Okay, I'm going to take those out because that's not as impressive. Oh, actually, they would be okay to keep in because they're different. So normally what you want for the ambitious card is every card to be the distinct from each other. All right, Chris, if you are still here, feel free to name a card. It doesn't matter which one it is. It doesn't matter that I know what it is. But I will demonstrate to you, hopefully, how ambitious this card is. So, two of spades. All right, excellent. I believe that's the one that Chris ME has signed in the Twitch deck. Let me find that out while we... Wait, I'm looking at the wrong deck. Hashtag magician problems, too many decks. Yeah, there we go. Two of spades. Hey, welcome back in, Japatina. Good seeing you. Alright, so we are doing a trick as requested by Chris ME, calling out that he wants to select the two of spades, and the redeem is using a clear plastic deck to perform the ambitious card routine. So, and I just showed off the cards, so as you can see, they are kind of see-through, like right here, and so that's going to be the thing. Okay, so we have the two of spades here. Now, Chris ME has selected this, hopefully for a very specific reason, that he's very connected to the two of spades. And so we have this power now to bring it back up to the top, because the deck knows that Chris is watching. So look, if I go ahead and I grab the two of spades and I stick it in the middle of the deck, like so, the clear plastic deck looks so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Japatina. I think it looks a little mediocre to me, but I have like, a ton of these, so. But look, all I have to do is snap, and the deck knows that Chris is watching, because look, the two of spades is right here. I know. But look, we just got this power. We don't want to waste it. Let's do it again. I'm going to go ahead and grab it and place it in the middle of the deck, like so. And if we snap two of spades, we'll jump back up to the top. I know, super strange. Somehow magically connected. Okay, now, when I was a worse magician or someone else new starting, I would mess up here. So if you're gonna watch, eyes peeled if you want to catch something. But I'm gonna leave it sticking out, and you'll notice it's the same card, because if I show you, it's still the two of spades. Some people think that, magicians, they switch out the card, blah blah blah. But I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in here, and I'm gonna take this entire pile and stick it into the middle of this pile. And I'm going to close that up. And while I close that up, I'm going to have this really quick heat map snack. Right here, right? Delicious heat maps. Thank you kindly for clicking on the screen randomly, people. Okay. Now, before I do any sort of snapping, we have, what's this? That's not your card, right? Because we didn't snap yet. Some people think I hide it on the bottom. It's not hiding on the bottom. But look, snap. That's all that is necessary. Two of spades hops back up to the top. And of course, I could repeat this. Like I could stick this back in here. I can snap. It's back on the top, and then I can even like here. I'm gonna slowly place it in, and you'll see me place it in. Right, two of spades. Did you actually get those plastic cards from Vegas? No, Chan. The answer is that I did not get them from Vegas. I bought them on the internet. So this. By the way, Chris ME, I think you'll be proud of me. I'm ad-libbing this part because I've never done this as part of this trick. Once again, it's hot back up to the top. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and clearly place it into the middle, like so, right? Okay, ad-libbing this part. Excellent. Yeah, no, I did not get this from Vegas. And then what we're gonna do is, you know what? It's not on the top now, because if I show you that's on the top, I actually moved it to the bottom. There we are. So, and that, my friends, and if you were here, you can look at the deck. There's no duplicates. It's kind of impractical to have duplicates like plastic cards. I'll tell you in a second. But anyway, that is my performance of the ambitious card routine with clear plastic cards. Thank you to Chris M. Yee for the request. Hey, welcome in. Checking the gaff meter. How's it going? Actually, no, I clicked on 2 of spades. Vanna White, but it was like 5 minutes ago. Oh, alright, hold on. My apologies. 5 of spades? 5 of spades. Vanna White. Okay, hold on. 5 of spades. Vanna White. Ding! Actually, wait. If anybody wants to redeem the sound, we'll get the real ding sound in there. And then I'll turn it at that point. But anyway, thank you kindly for the claps and applause. Chris M. Yee, checking the gaff meter. Oh, ding. There we go. See, now. There you go. Thank you for the ding. Chain the Magic Man. Thanks for hopping in, the Rusty Panda. Have a good night. Take care. I assume you're leaving, and it's not that I missed context in the chat. If I did, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Let me go back. I don't think I caught all those reactions. Did you actually get those cards from Vegas? No, I bought them on the internet. But they do say, welcome to the fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada on the back. So, yeah. The thing with these cards is that there's a lot of other styles of clear plastic cards, but they're not as good because the back design is not symmetrical. So as you can imagine, if you have a card that's like this and some stuff's clear, and you have it like this, and it's like, now you can kind of tell that there's one that's misplaced, and it's like, oh, that's super annoying. So it's like, this was symmetrical, so I'm like, okay, these are like the only viable ones I can use. So, yeah. Japatina says, how the heck? Hopefully I got the how the heck correct there. Alright. And Japatina says, how is he doing that? OMG! Sleight of hand magic. Also, hi. Hi. And Shane says, nice! The clicking noise of the cards is so satisfying, too. Oh, the, here, wait. We'll give you some card ASMR. Here. Okay, I almost dropped some. These are way more slick compared to regular paper playing cards, so... Alright. My apologies if that bothered anybody, but you can blame Japatina for this one. Chris M. says, bravo! Thank you for the bravo. Would have been cool, though. Yeah. Love that plastic ASMR. So nice. Thank you. Nice. Alright. There you go. Another problem with plastic cards is that if I was to purchase an exact copy of this deck, again, like let's say I needed a replacement card, there's no guarantee that it's going to be cut to be exactly the same dimensions. I've noticed that with plastic cards, unless they are made in a very strictly controlled, I guess, production manufacturing line or something, a card from a identical deck that's supposed to be identical, if you take one card from that packet and place it in this packet, it will not feel like, oh hey, welcome in Alchemutation, how's it going, welcome in, thank you kindly for the raid, hey. Let's see, welcome in Tiger Lily, Esra Music, Viera Kiranov, Aranel Quendi, And then, oh, Japatina, thank you for the applause. I don't know if that got... Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was overwritten by the other sound or if it was going to cue it up. I guess it queued it up, so that answers my question. Thanks. And so if we can get a shout out for Alchemutation, FYI, anybody who is not aware, Alchemutation, name is Craig. We lovingly call him Craig, but Canadian guitarist, usually plays metal. But also, I've seen you do a couple of productivity streams too, so that was cool. And then also, hung around and just playing games, so like community games and stuff. So anyway, please give Alchemutation a warm welcome. And if you're not following him, feel free to give him a follow. He is also a mod for a bunch of the other Magic Twitch streamers, so definitely give Alchemutation a follow. Thank you very much for the raid. How are you doing tonight? How was the stream? And also, Craig, if you would like to see a trick, the trick queue is conveniently empty, but if it wasn't, I would have bumped your trick to the top. So if you would like to request something, feel free, and we'll do that trick for you in the raid. So. And I think I saw mostly familiar faces, but for anybody who came in the raid who doesn't know who I am, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic, so that's mostly what I do here. And yeah, give me a minute to tear down. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. Take your time, relax. Yeah, when you come back, no rush. Hey, Charlie's Beats, welcome in. And yeah, I just stream about once a week, usually on Sunday nights, to try and keep my sleight of hand card magic skills up to date, if you will. Oh no! I have received a request from checking the gaff meter. So let's get started with that one. And when I said, oh no, it's because I had alluded earlier in the stream that there's a trick that I think is a very strong effect, and it's technically difficult to do. There's just a lot of stuff going on in the trick. So, and this is that trick. So, actually, let me just double check and make sure that we didn't hit a boss trick, because I remember I had a couple and I forgot what they were. And as I said, I didn't really prep for the stream, so I did not actually see. Stream. What were the boss tricks here? Full disclosure, I didn't practice any boss tricks, by the way, so if anybody requests any of them, I may mess up. Okay, none of those were these. Okay, great. And then and SROM Music has requested one. Excellent. I see that one as well. Cool. So here we are. But I have to push myself beyond my comfort zone once in a while. So this is going to be one of those tricks. Okay. Here we are. Let me switch over. This is probably going to be easier to see stuff if I go to the magic view here. Okay. So, once again, Hitchcock Aces is an ace assembly. So we're going to try and get aces to collect together. So we've got the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. And I'm going to start the ace of spades here. And that's where we're going to try and get all of our aces to collect to. So I'm going to go ahead and place all of those out, like so. Okay. And then, let's see. I have to remember what to do next here, because as I said, this is technically difficult, but okay, I think I remember. I think I can keep this face up. If I go ahead and I just place some card here, like that, and then I just place 3 cards there, all I need to do is, oh, you know what? We'll stick with the theme. I'm going to use some of my yellow cough drop road to transfer the ace from this pile to this pile. That ace has traversed. And now if I show you, there's no ace here, right? Because that ace has hopped down here. And if we do that again, so if you see, that's not an ace, but we'll place 3 cards here. Once again, our yellow cough drop road. I'm calling them yellow. They appear a little bit yellow in the package, but they're lemon drop flavored, if anybody's curious. And the ace will hopefully hop from here down to here, right? I know, because look, there's no aces here, and that has hopped down here. Now, some people don't believe that the aces actually walk. Some people believe that maybe through some clever sleight of hand, some other shenanigans are afoot. But let me just show you that this is actually an ace, and so that'll make it. And you know that these are from the Twitch deck, so it's going to be very difficult to get them right. So I'm going to go ahead and place these 3 aces down here, and I'm going to turn this back face down like so. And I swear to you, at the end of this trick, all the aces are going to be together. So once again, let's do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and place this. That looked a little bit funky, didn't it? That looked a little bit funky, didn't it? Because, by the way, as I said, this is technically difficult. I'm going to go ahead and place these 3 cards here, and we'll make this a boss trick for next time. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that that's some card. And then what I was going to do was place this here, build my yellow road here, and you would not believe if I placed if these would be the aces, right? Because there's just no way. There's just no way. And you know what? You're correct, because with this road, the aces didn't run down here. They ran up there. Because look, these are now all 4 queens, and all the aces are up here. And that, my friends, is a... Hey, thank you kindly for the follow, Aranel Quendi. So yeah, that is my attempt at Hitchcock aces. This will be homework for next time. So if anybody... Hey! So there we go. Yeah, so anyway, I think for the large majority of the trick, everything still worked out, and there's just one little tiny thing you weren't supposed to see, and then the rest of the trick still worked out fine. So, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of a glimpse. If anybody ends up wanting to reverse engineer, that will make it a little bit easier in that one part. But otherwise, you still don't understand everything else. But anyway, thank you kindly for the emotes and the applause and everything. And Japatina, and Japatina says, "No, how?" Alchemmutation says, "Lol." Thank you for the claps. Chris M. Yee, Japatina for the poggers, Gibson Lens for the claps, and checking the Gaff says, "Holy shnikes!" So, lol. And then Curviously Jen says, "You got lucky I wasn't looking at that time, so it was still magical to me." Ah, beautiful. I mean, I think everything else was magical, because I believe I displayed a 2 of diamonds, and then they all appeared to be queens at the end. So it's still like, how? What? Like, so. By the way, welcome in, Curviously Jen. How's it going? If we get a shout out for Curviously Jen as well. So, and let's see. Some people don't believe my tricks are tricks. Shenanigans! Burn the witch! As Rum Music says. Alchemmutation has reproduced themselves. Excellent. Thank you for the claps, Tiger Lily. Alright, cool. So, that's good though, because I gave myself a little bit more homework. So thank you very much. Checking the gaff meter. I probably jinxed it by saying, "Oh, it's too difficult." Like I was actually on track. If I just remembered the one thing, it was gonna be perfect. Like otherwise, okay, it was good. It was good. It's okay. But you know, as humans, magicians are humans too. We miss things. We forget things. So it's all good. You were almost there. Almost. So good. It was almost gonna be perfect. So, But yeah, I'm going to note that now in my boss tricks for next time. Oh yeah, if anybody wants to know what the previous boss tricks were, I'm going to say two of them because one of them is a closer. So Invisible Palm and Revolver Fully Loaded, if anybody wants to request those are boss tricks. Shh, I don't normally do this, but because I'm anti and want to kill boss tricks, that's fine. Okay, we have a request from SROM Music. So let me go ahead and prepare for that. And this is Little Devil. Little Devil. Okay. I do have to slightly remember. I don't perform this one that much, so. Okay. Oh, I'm going to take a swig of tea. If anybody needs a hydrate reminder, now's a good time. Okay, so what I have here are the four red 6s and 9s. I'm not using them because of just the meme. I mean, that's partially the reason, but these are the 6s and 9s because for the Little Devil, sometimes if I hold the 9s at a weird angle, you might see like 666. They're also red because it's fiery. So that's the intent. So we have the red 6s and 9s, and now we need one card to represent us. So the individual who would be stuck in hell that'll try to get out. So let's have a contrast. So let's make it a black card. Anybody have any preferences? SROM Music. Is there a card that you feel like represents you, perhaps? That's not a red 6 or a 9. SROM, have you signed one? I don't recall. I don't remember. Jack of Spades. All right, let's do Jack of Spades. Jack o' Spades. All right, there we go. Jack of SROM Music. Yes, that is signed by you. Okay, excellent. Cool. Thank you for reminding me. I forget. Okay, so this is the Jack of Spades going to be represented, and these are the red 6s and 9s. So that's what's going to happen. Now, what we're going to do is, see, checking the gaff meter says, you know, Nam, it's important to show your humanness once in a while, lest we begin to think you're AI. Oh, God forbid that you think that I'm an AI, that I try and talk you out of a marriage and fall in love with me. If anybody saw that that Bing article from that journalist, or I try to tell you that I'm sentient. I mean, I guess as a human I would try and do that. But anyway, yeah, I gotta mess up sometimes. To be fair, AIs currently still mess up a lot. So, oh yeah, I read that article too. Oh yeah, Gibson Lens read that article too. Yeah, so I'm not crazy. Okay, but so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just place SROM Music just out here for a second. And for these other cards, what we're gonna do is so each one of these cards is going to represent a level of hell. So when I place SROM Music, the Jack of Spades, here into the second level of hell, all we have to do is checking the gaff meter says, okay, fair, I make a bad point. Oh, yeah. Yep, I mean, perfection is hard to attain, whether you're an AI or a human. Although perfection, I feel like, is subjective, probably. Anyway, so if you find yourself in the second level of hell and you want to get out of hell, you find the devil's elevator and you can press the elevator button up. And if you don't say ding, it's not going to work out. But because I said ding, if I show you, look, SROM Music, back on the top. Now if we go ahead and take SROM Music, Jack of Spades, place it in the third level of hell, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do the same thing. Ah, Japatina has the ding that time. Pressing the up elevator button and ding. Look. Comes up to the top once again. Now here's the thing. We're going to be placing this in the fourth level of hell. 1, 2, 3, fourth level of hell. Like so. And then we're going to go ahead and approach the elevator. press the up elevator button. We're going to have to say ding. Hey, SROM Music's got the ding. Because, wait, that's not right. Hold on. Wrong floor. Ding. There we go. That's more correct. Alright, and now, finally, for the 5th level, I'm just going to cleanly place these here. That's going on the bottom. Right? Clearly going on the bottom. And the 5th level of hell, but this is how you get out. You're going to go up to the top, press the up elevator button, and going to hop back up. Ding! No, wait, Curiously Jen has that's strange because that should have been it, I think. Okay. Curiously Jen's got the ding. There we go. And that, my friends, is a little devil. And that elevator was faulty today, just a little bit, because you know, we opened up to a different level of hell, which was unfortunate. But that's okay, just as long as the doors close back up and you made it to the top. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And that, my friends, is the little devil. It's more like the Tower of Terror. Oh yeah, you get to see all the lost souls that get to remain and they don't get to be in the elevator. So. Thank you for the Doritos, checking the gaff meter. Thank you for the request for Little Devil, SROM Music. Oh, thank you kindly for the 100 bits. Thank you very much, SROM Music. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to need to mark this as clear, and then I did see something really quick. Let me just check something on my phone. Mostly checking up on my baby. I saw some lights turn on my baby monitor. She's okay. She's okay. Just making sure she's okay. Chris M.Ye, thank you kindly for the cheers. Thank you kindly for the bits. Wow, greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was checking on those babies, yeah. So if anybody didn't know, I am a relatively new father. My baby is 19 months old, but I mean she's basically toddling now, so she's a toddler. Okay, so I'm gonna prep for the next trick as requested by Chris M.Ye, called Revolver Fully Loaded, and this is a boss trick, as we had just discussed as well. So. And I need to find some cards, so hang on tight while I find some cards. Now, so there's a trick that this trick is based on called Revolver. I think that is also in my trick list as well. But that used 4 cards, and revolvers have 6 bullet chambers. And I was like, I just want there to be a 6-card version. And so I came up with this. Basically, the presentation is what would be identical to the 4-card version, but the handling is different because there's just way more cards. And I understand why they shortened it, because it's just kind of a hassle to go through 6 times. But so all of the cards in this packet. So we have the ace, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and the 6 of hearts. Each one of these cards is going to represent a bullet, and we're going to fire off the bullet by turning it face down. And so I want to see in chat for each card somebody say bang in chat, because that's how we're going to fire off the first bullet. So let's see. Oh, hey, welcome in, Cashmere Feline, or Cashmere. Hey, welcome in, Taladar. How's it going? Thank you for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna pause here for a second. We did get a bang from Cashmere Feline, and checking the gaff meter. How was the stream, Taladar? Hopefully the stream went well. And yeah, if we can get a shout out for Taladar. Taladar plays a lot of different indie games, retro games, and helps out with a lot of Twitch tech, mod in a bunch of different channels, but also is just all around Friendly great guy. Hey, just a test stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for bringing your community over. Taladar, if you would like to request a trick, we'll bump that up to the top, and we'll do that after this one. So, okay, we did get our bangs. So if we take a look, the ace should now be face down. So there's our 5, 4, 3, 2, 6, and the ace is now face down. Great, excellent. So now we need another bang. We're going to shoot off the second one. So the ace will then be face up, and then the 2 will now be face down. So I'll wait for the bang in chat there. 3 bullets fired. Wait, 3 bullets have been fired. Whoa, we got too many bangs. Okay. All right. So now our 2 should be face down. So look, our 2 of hearts is face down. All right, I'm going to catch up. So I did see that we had a couple more bangs, right? Okay, cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and bang. And now our 3 should be face down. Like so, right? Okay. And now our 4. Okay. 4, bang. I do see some more bangs in there. Okay, cool. So there's our 5, our 2, our ace, our 6. There's our 4, and here's our 3. So yeah, so our 4 is now face down. And then our 5 is going to be face down. Bang. And I was doing this at the Magic Convention, and I got the entire table as I was performing this to say bang for each one. And then finally, our 6 is going to be bang. So there we are. So now our 6 is face down. Okay, so now let me go ahead and turn the 6 back over. And if I were to ask you what the backs of the cards were, what color would you say the backs of the cards were? I think you would probably say red, right? So you're telling me that you think that this is absolutely a red-backed ace of hearts, 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, 5 of hearts, and 6 of hearts, right? But what if I told you that that was all an illusion? Because these are actually blue-backed cards. Actually, if I show you, they're all blue-backed cards. And that, my friends, is Revolver, fully loaded with 6 cards, based on the original with 4 cards. And oh, I forgot, that was a boss trick. So hold on. We encountered the boss. And everybody who was here, thank you for being here, for encountering the boss. And now we can beat the boss. Boom! We beat the boss. Alright, so let me just look at some of the reactions. Kashmir Feline says, "What? Sorcery!" And Chris M.U., thank you for the pikas. And thank you for the claps. And Curviously Jen, Chris M.U., Gibson Lens, Kashmir Feline, and thank you for the Doritos, checking the gaff meter. And Maboogers, welcome in, Maboogers. How's it going? Welcome in. And then yeah, woohoo! All right, cool, awesome. So okay, for anybody who just came in from Taladar's raid, or for anybody who's just in there lurking, hasn't interacted, or Mabooger's first time chat. So hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic. So this is how I have set up my stream, and I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist to basically let people request magic tricks to basically help me stay practicing. And so this is what I do. So feel free to request things. Exclamation point TL for the trick list, which is basically a StreamerSonglist that just has tricks in it. And then, or if you want to request something but you don't know what to request, exclamation point random, and that'll randomly put one into the queue. So there we are. Curviously Jen says, oh yeah, mind blown, not mind blown, because that actually has a completely different connotation. So Curviously Jen, I'm also going to let you know there is a sound alert for mind blown. So if you want to redeem 101, that will be unambiguously mind blown. Oh. Chris M.U. says, TBF, I am playing Minesweeper. Wow, what Oh yes, and yeah, Ryan Slatko has a.
Yes.
Whoa! Thank you kindly for the mind-blown SROM. Thank you very much. That would be. Oh, that would be Chris. Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. That makes a lot more sense now in context. All right, cool. Yes. Okay, so let's see. We have another one for checking the gaff meter. So let's see here. This is Triumph. Okay, excellent. All right, let's see. Checking the gaff meter. Um, Normally I would have you select a card, but since I know that you have signed one, um, what are you going to do with the clears? Oh, what do you mean do with the clears? Like the clear cards, or anyway? Normally I would have checking the gaff meter select a card, but I know that checking the gaff meter has signed one, so let me just go ahead and just cut directly to it. I think this is it. There we go. Checking the gaff meter. I believe you are the Queen of Spades. There we go. Signed by checking the gaff meter. Okay, we're gonna use that for this. I think I saw there are many. There may have been a second redemption for clears earlier. Oh, my apologies. All right, who had requested that? Oh, I did. Oh, my apologies. All right. Well, SROM, if you would like to request another one, I will do that. So if you can pick a trick from the trick list that has impromptu on it, I can pretty much do any of those with any deck. So I should be able to do that with those. Um, so yeah, thanks for letting me know. Sorry. Okay, we'll proceed with this one for checking the gaff meter for this. Okay, cool. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lose the checking the gaff meter card somewhere into the middle of the deck. Just remember, this is our selection. So just going to go ahead and stick that in there, and then what we're going to do is shuffle. And then what we're going to do with this is we're going to do something that's completely unfathomable. We're going to shuffle in face up into face down cards. I know. It's super terrible. All good. Every trick you do is great entertainment, no matter what kind of card. Oh, awesome. Great. But yeah, we'll get one in for the clear. Checking the gaff meter. Did you know that Triumph implies shuffling face up into face down cards? Because that's basically what all of these tricks are. So if that's not what you like, you want to avoid any trick that has the word Triumph in its title. So covering mine eyes. Okay. All right. Everybody do all the sneaky business now with the cards. So here, I'm going to show you guys right now that the deck is in a completely messed up state. Because if I show you, we got some face up cards amongst with some face down cards. And like that. So look, we have a back to a front. We have a front to a back. We have a back to a back. And yeah, so that's the situation in which we are in at the moment. And hey, welcome in, Jer Roke. How's it going? Woo! All right. So here we are. We have the deck. But remember earlier, we had our magical yellow cough drops. Because, you know, they'll totally help. All I need to do is I just place the cough drops on the deck. And the cough drops are going to do their magic. So when I use cough drops, I think most cough drops really are candy. And the ones that I always have all the time, these are Hall's brand. They work very well to prevent me from coughing, if that's the point. So they must have some magic on cards as well. Because now if I show you, all the cards are now facing in the same direction. Every single card, except for one. I should preface, except for one. What was the card? I believe it was our Queen of Spades, signed by checking the gaff meter. Right there. And that, my friends, is Triumph. I'm not a singer, but this is a triumph. Do 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 do. A Portal song, or We're Alive. All right. Whoa! Thank you kindly for the bits. Check the gap meter. and the and the Metal Gear Solid. Let's see here. Esrom says, "You're a wizard." And Check the Gap meter says, "I hate this part." Oh, right. "You're a wizard, Nom." "I'm a wizard, Harry." All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Excellent. We got the invisible palm. Excellent. And that is also a boss trick, so this is gonna be extra challenging, I believe. But we'll do it anyway with the clear cards. And then we've got 8-card brainwave from Taladar. Okay. And then Ludens are definitely candy. Oh, okay. Taladar for the rate. Sorry, SROM. Would it be okay if Taladar rated in? So let's do Taladar's. All right, Taladar, are you in chat? Are you present? Hey, welcome in, For Loris. How's it going? Welcome back. Present but unaccounted for. Okay, all right. So okay, this is a pretty quick one. All right, Taladar. This is 8-card brainwave. I'm trying to get on your wavelength. If you were to select one of these cards, go ahead and pick it. But if you want me to not predict it, go ahead and pick a different one. So pick your second choice or third choice or something. But once you have your selection, tell me in chat what it is. You can say it out loud at this point. And then we will go ahead and determine if I will show you that I knew which one you were going to pick. Let's see. Oh no, for the record, I didn't mean to hit you with a clear boss, but oh yes, yeah, Raiders rule, woo! Yeah, everything's good. Hope you're doing well, good too. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Hey, Panda Volta, how's it going? Thank you kindly for the Panda emote. So let's see. So Taladar has selected the. I'm assuming that was you, Taladar, the 4 of diamonds. Okay. So out of all of the cards, you selected the 4 of diamonds. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and eat this heat map. So delicious heat maps. Thanks for the snack. Yeah, that was me. Excellent. Thank you. So here's the 4 of diamonds. Now, the important thing is, for everybody to know, we didn't set this up, right? Taladar, you and I, we did not set this up at all. Like, there was no possible way that we'd set this up. And there's no way that I would have known that you were going to choose the 4 of diamonds amongst all of these red-backed cards. But if you take a look, this is actually not a red-backed card. And that, my friends, is the 8-card brainwave. For Laura says, no. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chris M.Ye, and the OMG Chan the Magic Man, and for the claps, Gibson Lens, and the boom, Taladar. Thank you kindly for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly for the claps, Panda Volta, and thank you kindly for the Pog for Loris. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, now, I have to cough, hang on. Whoa, Chris M.E., thank you for the gift sub, greatly appreciate it. And, oh, for Kashmir Feline, thank you kindly for the gift sub. Okay, so, we have a redeem for clear cards. So I'm going to be performing the invisible palm with clear plastic cards. Oh, and to explain what a boss trick is, this is also a boss trick, by the way. I had messed this up or didn't do it to my satisfaction in the past. So I gave myself homework to practice it. Full disclosure, I have not been practicing my boss tricks. But we're going to try and do it now. Let me exclamation point boss. And yeah, so here's what some of the cards look like. And let me just find some appropriate cards to use for this. Normally we've got some, I just use the aces. I'm probably just going to use the aces out of habit because it'll just be easier on my mental load. Okay. Oh, we don't need these. Okay, and this is going to be extra tricky because it's the invisible palm. Let's see. Those are some cool looking cards. Oh yeah, I use these for my 1,000 point channel point redeem. Okay, so for the clear plastic cards. All right, here, let's introduce you to all of the aces. We've got the ace of diamonds, the ace of spades, the ace of hearts, and then the ace of clubs. And then what we're going to do is with the aces, what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you an interesting thing. Hopefully the clearness doesn't mess it up. But so look, if I go ahead and I show you how palming a card normally works, like this, if I show you through the windows of my hand, that's how the palm works. You just can't see it at various angles. But the invisible palm is a different kind of technique in which I'll palm invisibly. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but the card is still in my hand. It's just currently invisible. And I don't really want you to see it yet. It's not until I place my hand down is when you'll be able to see it. Because look, there's the card that I just placed down. I know, super interesting. Now look, magicians are told not to do the same trick twice. But we're going to break that rule because look, here. I'm going to go ahead and if I was to actually palm it, not invisibly, and I show you through the corners, right, the windows of my hand, you'll be able to see it. But actually, if I invisibly palm it, you're not actually going to be able to see it until I want you to see it. And when I want you to see it is now. Because now you'll see that there's 3 cards here. I know. Super interesting, right? Right? Okay, so here. Ace of clubs. Remember ace of clubs for a second. Oh, we've got what? What? For Laura says, no! Okay, we're not even done yet. We're not even done yet. Okay. So, look, what we're going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and take the ace of spades. No, it's ace of clubs. Sorry, there's ace of clubs. And I'm going to palm it off in the deck. So that palm is going to look like this. All right, so look, if I show you, it's there, right? But all I have to do is, if I just kind of slowly wave this, right? It's actually gone. So, and like, you know, it's actually gone. It's actually palmed in my hand now. And I now here's the thing. I'm gonna place it back here, and the important thing is that you now see all 4 cards. I did do another magic trick during that entire process, so you may have thought that I was doing the trick with aces the entire time, but actually I was doing the trick with something completely different, with the 3s. So here are the 3s. There you go. And that, my friends, is a successful invisible palm with clear cards with extra kicker at the end. And that, my friends, is we beat a boss. We beat a boss. We beat a boss. Boom. Yeah, beat the boss. All right, excellent, cool. And if anybody who walked in late who was wondering about the clear cards, yes, I have a channel point redeem where I'll use different types of decks of cards to perform sleight of hand card tricks. So if you want to check those out, just check my redeem list. This was the 1,000 point clear card redeem. So, all right, woo. So let's see. I gotta read some of those. Tell me how this isn't black magic. Well, I mean, tell you what. If I go to Vegas and you go to Vegas, I'll tell you. All right. Panda says, I don't trust my own eyes anymore. For Laura says, my brain is hurting. For Laura says, girl, the hell? I believe the question marks means the attitude, The hell? Right. That's no, I refuse. Let's see here. Then we've got wait, what? Chance says, wait, what? Okay, and then For Laura says, amazing. Thank you kindly for the Doritos and the Pogs and the claps. Let's see. That was just insanely clean. I'm just speechless. Thank you kindly for the compliment. Yeah, clean. Yeah, with clear cards, extra slippery. Is there a channel point redemption for something with Call Me Maybe? There is not, but I mean, you are Chris M. Yee, so if you... Ezra Music, thank you so much for the 500 bits. I greatly appreciate it. Wow, that means a lot. Thank you. Is there a channel point? So no Chris M. Yee, but if you want something for a Call Me Maybe, I mean, do a magician's choice, and then I'll see what I can do. Such magic, much wow. Okay, I found a deck of cards. Kashmir Feline, you found a deck of cards. I'm so proud of you. They might be Sailor Moon cards. I mean, that's okay so long as they're workable. So I just heard that he's going to reveal his secrets at TwitchCon next year. I mean, no. I would potentially do it this year. I don't know if it's going to be in Vegas next year. I would consider going this year. If it's not in Vegas next year, I probably won't consider going. But long story, I told it at the beginning of stream, but like, I was like, oh, if it's at San Diego again, I probably won't go. But like, Vegas is like the North American magic capital. So it's like, there's a ton of magicians there in Vegas. So, anyway, for Loris, you always catch the vibes of the messages. Oh, sweet. Thanks. I greatly appreciate it. My chat interpretation is acceptable. Yes, my chat interpretation is acceptable. Let's see here. I notice now I cannot redeem Epic Voice. Should it work? Oh. I think so. Epic Voice, yeah, 2000. That should work. Hold on, let me click on it. Epic Voice, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it should have worked. Sometimes I miss it. I'm personally not great at see if chat's moving quickly. But anyway, I guess because I redeemed it. Blah 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 blah. There's your Epic Voice. Blah 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 blah. Because I typed. That's what I happened to type in when I tested it. For Loris has redeemed a dad joke. Okay, some of you may have heard this before, but some of you may not have. This is maybe one of my proudest ones. This is going to be one of the longest ones. All right. Okay, so this is redemption of a dad joke for Loris. What do you call a fish without any eyes? Fish. What do you call a bull terrier without any eyes? Bull terror. What do you call a giraffe without any eyes? A graph with a long y-axis. What do you call lions without any eyes? Blind lions? What do you think I was going to say? Lawns? They're not grass. What do you call a potato without any eyes? Fresh. What do you call a needle without any eyes? A pin. What do you call a drink without any eyes? A room temperature beverage. What do you call a fridge without any eyes? a fridge. Fridges don't have eyes. And that, my friends, is the dad joke routine that I've come up with. Some of it wasn't my own original, but I played around with that one. Hey, thank you kindly for the applause, Chan. Of all things I expect to get applause, it's not a dad joke. So, painful as any dad joke. Well done. You're welcome. Hey, thank you for the checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. Got a lull from Taladar. Excellent. That's like the pinnacle, right? If Taladar laughs at your dad joke, it's like, got it, right? And thank you kindly for the shake my head from Hazy Panda. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's see. We have a magician's choice, and I understand what we need to try and do for this. So let me see what I can come up with. Because I've done the trick a couple of times with some things before. Oh, I have an idea. Hold on. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea! Okay. Wait, I may have to do some extra secret prep. Wait, I just have to make sure that I'm not on Magic Cam right now, because that would be horrible. Okay, alright. I think I have what I need. And let me, hold on. Okay, alright. This is going to be, so I'm going to be performing a trick called Trading Kings. That's the trick I will be performing. Okay, sorry, this is taking... I'm actually trying to adapt something on the fly for Mr. Chris M. Yee, and I think it will be okay. Alright, okay. I'm going to need 2 volunteers, and so let me know if you would like to volunteer. It will just require selecting a suit of cards. So, alright, For Loris is one of them, and then Chris M. Yee, would you like to be the other one, because you requested this? Yep. Okay, cool. Alright, so, trick request, Trading Kings. Okay. Cool. Alright. Okay, so, I have 2 piles here. They are from 2 different decks because their backs are different. So if I show you, these are all the blue-backed cards. And then if I show you over here, these are all the red-backed cards. They are kings, so don't let me fool you there, because the trick is called Trading Kings. Now, I need 2 suits selected, and they need to be different. So, for Loris, why don't you select a red suit? So either hearts or diamonds. And then Chris M. Yee, why don't you choose a black suit, either spades or clubs. And once you have selected, I'm not going to do any shenanigans, change the camera or anything, so go ahead and just name them in chat right now. So Chris M. Yee has named spades. Okay, cool. And now we'll just need heart, spade and heart. Okay, great. Now, would you believe that with my magical cough drops, that the cough drops will instill their magical power into each of the piles, and they're going to turn up their named card. So in this case, one of them will turn the spade over and one of them will turn the heart over. Because take a look, take a look. Now if I just spread this, this will have the King of Hearts face up. And then if I spread this one will have the King of Spades face up. I know, super weird, right? For Laura says, dude! But wait, there's more. I don't know if you're familiar with Ron Popeil. and infomercials. This was way back before the internet, kids. I don't know how old my the average viewer is on my channel. But would you believe, not only did I turn them face up, but I actually swapped their piles as well. Because would you believe that this King of Hearts is actually the red-backed King of Hearts, and this King of Spades is actually the blue-backed King of Spades? I see the eyes from Panda Volta. But look, if I just take this out, you'll see that this King of Hearts is actually red-backed, and this King of Spades. Ryan B44, welcome in, and wow, Panda Volta says, I don't believe it! Now wait. Would you believe that that's all you could have selected? Because if I show you the rest of these cards are blank. And full disclosure, the rest of these cards would have been blank if we go back in time. But because they have something written on you, they say, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, so here's my number, so call me maybe. And that, my friends, is special delivery for Chris M. Yee, Magician's Choice Trading Kings into hey, call me maybe kicker. I love some of the reactions in chat right now. So, oh man, we gotta go through some of those. Let's see. Cashmere Feline, what? Panda Volta says, sir, what? Forlore says, when? When did that happen? Chance says, what? And then, of course, we got the call me maybe emotes from Chris M. Yee. So, Kashmir says, my mind is blown. I gotta get some magic cough drops. Oh yes. Be very careful with those search engine terms. You might mistakenly get some things that are really sketchy. So you gotta get the right ones. Oh man. I don't ask for it often, but when I do, it's a banger. So yeah. Chan says, I did not see that coming. I know, right? I think the only person who might have seen that coming is like Chris M. Yee, and then probably like Gibson Lens. And I don't know if like Panda and Taladar were reading chat so closely when Chris requested that, because it was might have been before they were in. But they probably would have known that it was coming, but nobody else. Let's see. So anyway, Chris M. Yee, thank you kindly for the request, and hopefully that was satisfying. Certainly it was for me. Hopefully it was for you too. I mean that in the most platonic of ways. For now. I never expect it because when the heck? Shakes fist. And it was good. It was good for me. Well, there you go. Thanks, Chris. Sorry, Cursley Jen, if you're still in the chat. This is Chris M. Yee. Good. All right. Let's see. Oh, and that. Wait. Did we do? That was. Oh, that was the boss trick from before. Okay. Cool. And we did beat that boss, right? I think we did. Okay. Am I just spamming too quickly? Is it not recognizing? It doesn't expect me to finish two tricks so close together, I think. Yeah, there we go. I think that one's just mod only, so, or mod and up, so I should probably just make that timer 0. I mean, it's always good, no worries. Okay, cool. Excellent. Well, thank you kindly for that, Chris. If I remember, I'll go back and highlight that for you, and then you can enjoy that to your heart's content. Panda Volta has the Grax brows. Hold on, how good can I move my brows? Is that okay? Is that acceptable? Haha, sounds good. Alright, awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, the thing with ad-libbing a trick... Whoa! Young Fika is raiding with a party of over 100, almost 150 people. Holy crap! Thank you for the raid, Young Fika. Oh my god, thank you so much. Holy crap. Hello, welcome in, raiders. How's it going? Thank you for the deluge of follows. Welcome in, Yusuverse, and okay, I'm just gonna Rigor Mortis and Oscar Pie and Saint 70133 and oh my god, thank you for Strongest Bike and John Kurt, Somi 53, Wide Geo, and That Girl Whitney, and Z Dubs New York, I assume New York, Tiny Battlejuice, Miss Saxamain. Wait, are we getting another raid? Is this another raid? Or is this let's see, Laura 13, Bubblegum Raspberry, Maggie Miller, That Girl Whitney, Stellar Stone, Jazz SS23, Melina Frank. Holy moly! Yeah, I know Cashmere Feline, right? It's me, Lucy. Hello. Remiss Fika Raid. Thank you so much for all of the follows. Oh my god, thank you so much. John Kurt. Real Pork Bun. Great name. Thank you kindly for the applause. Welcome in, raiders. YGO, Rigor Mortis. Oh yes, I welcome in. Lil Toe Socks. That's a cute name. I like that. Thanks for giving Young Fika a shout out. Hassan Azard. Thank you kindly for the transporter, D. Laura. Sound effects. Space Cowboy 007. XSM Bo. Young Fika, if you would like to make a trick request, and if you don't know what to request, ! random, that'll randomly put a trick into the queue, and we can perform a trick for the raid. So thank you very much for the gigantic raid. Holy crap. Luro Loretto, St. Nicholas 07, C Pluck. Oh my god, I'm not even done. Okay, I'm going to be at this for a bit. Trovios! Welcome in. Thank you. Rose B. Galley. B. Blitzy. Welcome in. Thank you for all the follows. Holy crap. Oh my god. Okay, Young Fika has requested something. Tony Donnelly. Okay, I'm just sorry if I missed your name. There's just so much. I'm not used to this amount of this level of activity in chat. Junk Dog, Gearless Joe Nomad. Welcome in. Okay, whoo. All right, show us your tricks. All right, awesome. So we have got a request from Young Fika for the 4-card trick, and let me just adjust the queue really quick. So we are doing that. And let me see here. Okay. And I'm going to need these. All right, there we go. So, 4-card trick for the raid. Thank you kindly for the raid, Young Fika. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. So, as you can imagine, the 4-card trick uses 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. These cards aren't normal cards. These cards are special. Of course, no worries. You're my favorite magician. Oh, thank you. Thank you kindly. I mean, I'm like one of like 4 that we regularly know of on Twitch, so there's not that many on Twitch. These are actually blank cards. And so all of the cards are blank here. Now, here's the thing. I want you to imagine a card being painted on one of these blank cards. YGO says, do you like pudding? I mean, sometimes, I guess. Alright, Because look, and now when a lot of people are thinking about different cards all at once, it's not that a specific card is going to manifest, because all the cards happened to be coming in all at once, and it's going to manifest as a joker because jokers are wild. So now here's the thing. I just want you guys to follow the joker for a second. If I take the joker and I place it into the packet like this, right? You'll be able to follow the joker because it's actually, you'll be able to see it, right? So here, right there. Now, here's what I want somebody to do. Somebody from Fika's raid, I'm going to go ahead and take that joker out invisibly, and I'm going to hand it to you through the internet pipes. So somebody from Fika's raid, go ahead and grab it from me through the internet pipes. Whoever that person happens to be, go ahead and let me know once you have it. Grab it, chat. I have it. All right. Oh, somebody's got it. Okay, Loris has got it. Okay, cool. Now, okay, I will. Oh, Maggie Miller also has it. Okay, you guys have. Oh. Lil Toe Socks has also got it. Okay, you all have several different pieces of it. So I'm just going to show you now that the Joker is gone because, look, it's disappeared. And now all of the cards are. Thank you kindly for the follows. Oh, God. Okay. I'm just going to turn off the... Actually, no, that's fine. Okay, we just wait a second. Okay, so now all of the cards are face down and their backs are here. So let me go ahead and get that back. So everybody who took a piece of that joker, send it back. Send it back. And let me know in chat once you've sent it back. I guess I'll catch it with as late. I won't cover the cards, I guess. Nah, I'm keeping it. Oh no, Uso first. Come on. Here, have it. Okay. I got Loris's copy. Chat, give it back. Okay. You piece. Okay. All right. Melina Frank. Okay, they've got it. Tomo. There you go. Okay. I think I have most of the pieces, and some of the other ones we can just like reconstruct because I'm a magician. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it back into the pile. And so now you'll be able to see that in the pile we have the Joker. And, you know, a lot of people will say, hey, we can figure out which card is the Joker because the Joker's on the face. And you can see that over here, the faces are all blank. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is when you send a card through the internet pipes and it comes back to you, if you take a look, something happens. It corrupts the card a little bit. You'll be able to tell that this card from the back as well because, look, it is now red-backed. And that's just... what happens when you send a card through the internet pipes? I know. Super weird. Anyway, thanks for participating, and thank you kindly for the raid Young Fika. That was the 4-card trick. Did we get another raid? Is that why we got the raid twice? Thank you kindly for the raid, Mary Amber! Mary Amber, welcome in! We can get a shout out for... oh, yeah, okay, I see a shout out for Mary Amber. How's it going? How is your stream? Oh my god, thank you for all the follows, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. Naum, you've reached 500 followers. I did not expect to do that tonight. Oh my god. Thank you kindly for the follows, everybody. I'm not sure how to celebrate because I didn't think this was actually a remote possibility for the moment. So, happy 500! Woo! Thank you kindly for the follows, everybody. Wow, that's awesome. This is a big milestone. Thank you. Wow. Thank you kindly for the congratulations, everybody. Wow, this is so cool. All right. Man, so many emotes on screen. Holy crap. Can my computer handle this? Ah! So many Young Fika dances. Okay, alright. We have a trick as requested by... Hey, welcome in, Daughter of Q. How's it going? Okay, let's go ahead and start the next trick so people aren't waiting too much. I've set aside 4 helpers. These 4 helpers are the 4 aces. We're going to need 3 cards selected So I'm just going to do my best to spread. Actually, you can't see some of those cards. I'm going to do my best to spread, and hopefully you can see most of those cards. I understand there's probably going to be a lot of people in chat. So anybody who's on desktop, go ahead and try clicking on directly on the Twitch screen, Twitch stream video, and we need 3 cards selected. So if I don't get if I can't see what the first 3 are, then the ones with the most votes. So okay, so I think I saw definitely this one, I think that was the Queen of Clubs, and then I definitely saw this one second. So we definitely have, okay, so we got 2 votes for the one, we got, okay, so let's see, Queen, and I see 2, okay, if anybody wants to collect on some votes, it looks like the 9 of Hearts is definitely going to get a bunch of votes. Okay, WTF, that's so cool. Y'all be picking cards. Yeah. A lot of people in chat are picking cards right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to make the decision that the Queen of Clubs is definitely one of them because that's got 3 votes. And then it looks like this one has got 3 votes as well. So 9 of Hearts. And then I think this one also has 3 votes. Thanks for participating, everybody else. And thank you, whoever's putting it on my head, too. Whoa. And this one, I think, is the Joker. This one happens to be the Young Fika signed Joker. Excellent pick. And there is another Joker in here, but that one's signed by somebody else. So this is the one, obviously, for Young Fika. Yes, Young Fika signed Joker. Yeah, for anybody who happened to miss it, that was our little secret. Totally going to surprise everybody else that you came in with. So, I know, right? Okay, anyway. So feel free to remember these if anybody needs to write those down or put them in chat or something. I'm going to go ahead and clear all these heat maps. Right. Hang on. Delicious heat maps. Thanks for selecting them. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Clubs, the 9 of Hearts, and the Young Fika signed Joker. So many on the face. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is I'm going to insert these into the middle of the deck. So we're going to go ahead and place a Queen of Clubs in. 9 of Hearts, maybe somewhere different. Okay. And in. And then Young Fika, signed Joker. In. Yeah, good way to select stuff for a tier list. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's just heat map or heat. Yeah, it's heat map. It's the Twitch extension, so if anybody's curious, it's like free and basic, but it works pretty well, as you guys can see. All right, cool. Now I have, that's awesome. All right, great. So I have my 4 assistants here, and these 4 assistants are the 4 aces. And now, excellent. We've got somebody who's marked them down, and yoinked by the Fika King. Yeah, exactly. So these aces are going to be looking for our 3 wanted cards. So first of all, if I go ahead and I show you, these aces are going to slowly disappear into the deck, because if I show you now, the Ace of Spades will be the first one to go find a card, because now if I show you, it's not visible near the top anymore. And so here, Ace of Hearts also disappears. Now Ace of Clubs, and that's also going to disappear. I know. And then finally, one more. We've got our Ace of Diamonds, and that's going to disappear now. Now, some people think that I might hide them on the top or on the bottom, but that is not the case. They are hunting through the rest of the deck to try and find the cards that have been selected by chat. And what I'm going to show you is that they have found them, because look, the 4 aces are in the deck, and actually conspicuously they have 3 cards in between them. So if I go ahead and I show you what those 3 cards are, I mean, I don't think there's going to be any surprises. You guys know. You guys are smart. Our first one was our Queen of Clubs. Our second one was our 9 of hearts. And of course, our third one was our young Fika signed Joker. And that, my friends, is my performance of Apex Aces. Thank you kindly for the request, Chris M. Yee. And also, thank you for the raid, Young Fika. Oh, I should probably, before I put my keyboard there, switch back up to this. Hey. Premium Young Fika signed Joker. Yes, that's right. How's this man got tricks up his sleeve with no sleeves? Yeah, I know, right? Short sleeves. Burn him. If this was a couple hundred years ago, you would have been burned at the stake, goddamn. Actually, believe it or not, magic is one of the oldest forms of entertainment. And the fact that they knew that, like, jesters would do this in the court if they had, like, paper cards or something, misdirection. So it just so long as you were able to divulge your secret and it's just card magic, like, they probably would have been like, oh, he just performs magic. Okay, I get it. So, would not have been burned at the stake, actually. That's so funny. I might actually steal that from my answer. Hey, yeah, Young Fika, totally use it. Yeah, it's free extension on Twitch. So, Heat or Heat Map, I believe. Okay. Woo. Yeah, voguing. Oh yes, voguing and tutting. Right? Is that the? All right. The trick queue is open. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Like anybody who's following can request a trick. Exclamation point TL for the trick list, or exclamation point random if you would like to request something but you don't know what to request. So, unfortunately, we have done some tricks tonight. So if you happen to hit one that was already done, it might be too soon. That I saw Chris MU tried to put one in and it was already in there. So thank you kindly for the follows. Let's see here. All right, 4 for 1 switch. Ooh, we just gave away the plot of the trick, but that's okay. So actually, we're gonna do this with the. Actually, and I can do setup for this one. 4 for 1 switch. All right, I'm gonna find the queens, and then we'll just need one other card. What card represents a peeping Tom? Does anybody want to select a card that somehow means that that person is a peeping Tom to them? Feel free to put that in chat. And if not, we can use, here, 4 of spades. We won't offend anybody as the 4 of spades. Jack of clubs. I'm going to use not a face card just so it doesn't conflict with this. But anyway, okay, so we have 5 cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place our peeping Tom over here so that it stays far away from our queens. And so if I show you, we've got all of our queens over here, right? But that peeping Tom, I believe, is going to find a way to get from over here to over here. And that's actually a problem for the ladies until you find out that the ladies have transported over here. Because now the peeping Tom, even though they were over here, they have actually come over here. And if I show you, here's the peeping Tom, and the 4 ladies did get away. So, and that, my friends, is a quick trick called 4 for 1 switch. Maggie Miller says, bro, come on. Thank you for the claps and the emotes. Chan the Magic Man, Cashmere Feline, Chris M. Yee, Jasmine, thank you for the eyes. Oh, hello. Thank you for the bits. Checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the claps. Gibson Lens, Panda Volta, Melina Frank says, which, or whisk, which. Let's see. Teach me how to do a trick. So, Melina Frank, if you want to learn a trick, a large majority of what I had learned in my first year of Magic is freely available on YouTube. So, and also this particular one is, so one of the things that I wanted to share during my stream was the names of people who develop tricks, because they're like magicians' names that other people don't really know. So that one was by Patrick Kuhn. And Patrick Kuhn sells that trick, and as like a magician who is trying to make a living for himself, it would not be right of me to basically give away the secret for Patrick Kuhn's trick, because he developed it, he's selling it, to make a livelihood for himself. So, but there are a lot of other tricks that are available and to learn from. But one of the easiest ones that, if you want to see one that you might be able to understand how like the first half is done. Request the inverted card trick from my trick list, and we'll show you how that gets done. The first half, maybe not the second half. Let's see. Maggie Miller says, "Incredible! I love this." Well, thank you kindly for the compliment. See, Chris M.U. says, "Did you learn anything new at the Magic convention you went to?" I did learn a couple of new things. They were more like techniques, not so much like tricks or like other ways to handle performances. So I'm feeling a lot better about adapting performances. So that's good. And then let's see. For Loris has redeemed tarot cards. So for anybody who doesn't know, I have a bunch of redeems in which I'll do magic tricks that are not with regular cards. So tarot deck is one of those. But let me do McDonald's Aces, Dream of Aces for Jasmine first, because a new raider that came in today. So I'll do that. And then actually in the interim for Loris, if you can find a trick on the trick list that has the impromptu label, I can do that one with tarot cards next, okay? Sounds good? Okay. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and get prepped to perform Dream of Aces. How do you request? Yeah. So I have I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist. So if you've been in a streamer that performs music, you can use StreamerSonglist, and I just populate it with magic tricks. So you can just click on that link and request something. And if you want to request something but you don't know what to request, feel free to type !random into the chat, and it'll randomly put one in there for you. Thank you for the heat maps, everybody. Delicious heat maps. I eat them as a snack. Keeps me going, right, for stream. Okay, so McDonald's Aces is it's a famous card trick, and we're going to be trying to, let me get all the aces here. Actually, let me do it this way. Okay. So we need all the aces. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set all these aces out like this. See those? Okay, great. And I'm just going to go ahead and place 3 cards on each one of these piles. And hold on, I have to cough. I'm a little sick, still getting over it, but otherwise, I don't want to blow off anybody's eardrums. So, okay, you can still see that the ace is here. But all it takes is me grabbing it invisibly from this packet and pushing it off to the side. And now if I count through all 4 of these cards, you can't see that ace anymore. And if I show you, none of these cards are aces. It's gone. And here, we'll do something similar. You see that the ace is there just until the last second when I grab it and throw it away. It snaps just for effect. You already saw me throw it away. Because look. No aces. And last one, just give this one a twist. And that is now gone. Where are the aces? Well, there's been 4 cards right here. And that, my friends, is McDonald's aces. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for the request, Jasmine. Oh, thank you for the applause, Lil Toe Socks. Oh my, yeah, okay. Oh man, Jasmine. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If they're the aces, they are the aces. Yes, correct. No. Yeah, Ryan B44 says G. That girl Whitney. For Loris. How and when? What? Andrew War. WTF? And Jasmine says, Young Fika Pog. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. I believe there was a tarot deck redeem. Sorry, couldn't mute for that one. Lil Toe Socks, thank you kindly for the follow. And I know I didn't thank everybody who followed, like during that huge raid, but thank you so much to everybody who followed. And also anybody who's just hopping in, or I forget if I introduced myself. Hi, my name is Nam. I'm also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's on Twitch, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic. And if you've been here for a few tricks, you now know what that entails. So hopefully you've been enjoying. And yeah, I only stream once a week, but we have a lot of fun. So thank you very much for continuing to watch and being here. Let's see. All right. Okay. I believe so. Lil Toe Socks, you just requested Michael Elevator. We have a redeem for me to use a tarot deck. I believe I can use a tarot deck for this one. So why don't I go ahead and just combo those together, and we will perform this trick with a tarot deck of cards. Let me grab it first. Okay. First things first, let me show you the tarot deck before we get too excited. So this is a steampunk tarot deck. And first of all, for anybody who's into sleight of hand card magic or handling cards, you'll notice that these cards are just slightly misshapen compared to poker-sized cards. So like a poker-sized card is this. So these tarot cards are a little bit narrower and quite a bit taller. So the handling will be different if anybody cares about that kind of thing. Now, you'll see that a lot of these, so this is the King of Pentacles. So the suits are going to be different. And there's nothing like on the image that makes it really easy to tell what it is. This one's the 4 of Cups. So Cups another suit and 4 is just the value. But we have a standard set of all of those. Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and so on. But we also have another set, which is the Arcana. If you're familiar with tarot cards, we have 0 through 21. So we have the Fool, the Magician, and so on. So this one, let's select. I just need 3 of these cards and 4 of these cards. And so let's choose a few that we think are going to be memorable over here. So let's say the Magician. So remember the Magician. The Emperor and the Empress, just because you'll remember the Emperor and the Empress. And then Let's see. There's death, there's temperance, there's the devil, there's the tower, the star, the moon, the sun, judgment. The hanged man is pretty distinct, so we'll remember those, right? Okay. Let's see. Checking the gaff manual, it says, like these, the illustrations are immaculate, beautiful tarot cards. Yeah, bought them online. I think Amazon or eBay, I forget, but this one's available. I think it's like a comparable to other tarot decks, like $30 or something. But importantly, the quality of these cards are pretty okay. All right, so you see a person featured on all of these, and I'm just going to try to find something that doesn't feature people because you just want these to look a little bit different. So let's do Ace of Swords. That doesn't have a person on it. Four of Pentacles, so that's like a box with a hand and a coin. And then Three of Swords, so it just looks like that. So people, not people. And how we're going to theme this, I don't know yet, but let's go with it. Okay. So this trick is called Michael Elevator, or Mike Elevator. I don't know how to pronounce it, but okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to place, let me see here. How does one do this? I forget how to set up, which is super important for tricks. And so normally I would do this with like 4 face cards. So like these would be kings or something, and then these would be like black spot cards. So that's just kind of the deal. Okay, so I'm just going to place these 3 over here and the 4 people over there. So if you see any people in this packet, you can raise the red flag. But man, the handling of these is a little bit rough. Okay, so no people over there, right? But now what we're going to do is let's pretend these 3 things are like AI coming to take over. And back then it was steampunk AI, so it was like, you know, steam and mechanical things. But it's going to descend on top of our first person. I don't know which person it was, but believe it or not, that person is going to find a way to escape the robot overlords and find a way to come up to the top. So if you take a look, it happens to be our hanged man, right? So we'll place the hanged man over there. So now the automatons decide to try and assault our second person here, and cover that up. That person has decided to find a way to get out of the automaton, I guess, zombie apocalypse. Because look, they have also just jumped up to the top. That is our emperor, right? So that's our emperor. And now the automatons are thinking, wait, maybe it's not good enough to swarm on top, but maybe they want to surround the next person. So we're going to go ahead and surround this person. And all that person needed was some warning shots from a couple of the other people, because now they're able to evade everything. And this is our empress. See our empress there. And now finally they decided, okay, that strategy didn't work. They're just going to overcome the final person, which is our magician. Now, if you were not aware, magicians, they have a little bit of tricky answers up their sleeve. And because this magician knew that they were going to be out and, you know, trying to survive amongst the robots, the magician knew how to go ahead and fly over all the survivors. And believe it or not, all the survivors are here. There's our magician, hanged man, empress, and the emperor, leaving all of our robot overlords in the dust. And that, my friends, is Michael Elevator. Michael Levator. Done with tarot cards. themed as a cyborg apocalypse. Thank you kindly for the applause. Lil Toe Socks, thank you kindly for the claps. Chris M. Yee, Cashmere Feline. And let's see what else chat said here. Like the illustrated this cool tarot deck. I'm glad everybody likes the tarot deck. So yeah, that is available as a channel point redeem for a lot of tricks in my trick list. So let's see. I like this story. I like that this is a story. Yeah. So Jasmine, yeah, one of the things that I wanted to do as part of my it's not really a resolution, but like a goal for my magic this year was to be more creative, innovative, and like not present a trick rote as I learned it. And so infusing like storytelling, it was going to become a key piece in what I do this year. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I did that off the fly, off the cuff, on the fly. So hopefully that was okay. And then let's see. Hello, I'm literally going to scream WTF. I know, right? Just so for everybody who's here, I do make the claim that I don't do any black magic, no sorcery, no deals with the devil. Everything that you see here can be accomplished with sleight of hand magic, and that so don't lose any sleep. It is achievable with some skill and deception. There you go. Thank you for the claps. Chris M. Yee and Cashmere Feline and the applause, Little Toe Socks. Somi says, "What? Huh? OMG." And thank you kindly for the emotes. Esrom Music, checking the gaff meter, and the Doritos, and the clap, skips, and lens, and the applause, Chan. Jasmine says, "Oh wow, I thought that was the trick." I mean, that was mechanically the trick. So like me like handling the cards, that was the trick. But like the story, that story has arguably never been told before. First time you've ever heard that story told with a trick. So there you go. Unique. All right. Yeah, it was actually interesting because if I had a kicker for one of our friends in chat, Chris M. Yee, he requested a trick, and I had a kicker ending. And so if you go back and watch the VOD, almost nobody expected it. So, but I could do something similar with it so you guys get the feel of it. It won't be quite the same, but the people who were in chat before the raid, you'll be a little bit in the know. So I'm cool with magic either way. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I mean, full disclosure, like I've not been the most perfect of people my entire life, so let's face it, I'm probably gonna be partying in hell after life's over. Like this. Right? Like okay, I'm gonna let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and add a trick. We will try and recapture some fun surprise for the for anybody who's still here that now is interested in the trick. It won't be exactly the same. It'll be a little bit different, but that's okay. And one more. Okay, there we go. Okay, this trick is called Red Packet, Black Packet, and one of the things to note in card magic is that it is very difficult to attribute tricks properly. So that's one of the difficulties. Okay, I've just found some cards, and I'm setting up now. Okay. Alright, my friends, this is going to be Red Packet, Black Packet. So I have 8 cards. This is our red packet, this is our black packet. And so I'm going to go ahead and lay our black cards out on the top here. So we've got black card, black card, black card, black card. Let's make sure those are all on camera. Alright, great. Okay, and then this is our red packet. So you'll be able to tell the difference because those are all black spot cards, and these are all red face cards. So you're not really going to mix those up, right? So I'm going to take one of the red face cards and place them out here, and I'm going to scoop up one of the black spot cards and place it here. And you would expect to be able to see a black spot card in here now, right? But if I show you, you're just going to see red face cards. I know, that's strange. Look, if I do it again, I take out one of the red face cards and I scoop up one of the black spot cards. We're going to go ahead and just do it again. And believe it or not, you're not going to be able to see any black spot cards. These are still going to look like red face cards. I can do this one more time, but we'll do a double. So we'll do double. So let's scoop up both of these at the same time. And believe it or not, that's actually, you're not going to be able to see anything. They're all red face cards. I know, super weird, right? Now the important question is, where did all of the black spot cards go? And if you're here, I think a lot of people would guess that these are it. But I'm going to tell you that these are not black spot cards. Like, he send it to me, I keep them until he needs them. What? Where did it go? So here's the thing, whether you believe me or not, if I were to, like, end the video feed, people would be like, oh yeah, those are totally the black spot cards. And I'd be like, all right, no. So we can't have that. We can't have that. Let me just look at these because the order does matter. These cards aren't black spot cards. They actually have some words on them. They actually say, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, so here's my number, so call me maybe. And that, my friends, is red packet, black packet with a call me maybe kicker. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let's see. Japatina says, what? Where did it go? Hey, badumts. Thank you for the badumts. Thank you kindly for the OMGs and the oh my god, Somi53's just got the Caitlyn eyes. Did I get it accurate? There? Okay. And Chris MU's got the call me maybe emotes. Jasmine says, sheesh! That girl Whitney says, haha, love that. Excellent, thank you kindly. And Japatina says, that was so unexpected. Oh man. Yeah, I know. That's why hopefully it was enjoyable. Nobody expects the Carly Rae Jepsen. Right, like okay. Oh, Chan, you know what? You're right. Okay, if anybody is enjoying, yeah, I should do a bunch of shout outs. If anybody is enjoying magic on stream, we have a bunch of other people that perform magic on Twitch. There's not that many. There's 3 other people. And interestingly enough, we're all Asian, so that also makes a strange, unique data point. So you found me, of course. We have our friends, Chan the Magic Man. Please give Chan a follow. He normally does. He normally plays retro games throughout the week, but on Mondays he does Magic Mondays. Let's also give out a shout out for our friend Hallowthorn, also known as Ben, Singaporean magician, professional. Sometimes he'll do a stream and then go off to do like 6 gigs in a day. This man is a machine, I swear. And totally recommend giving Ben a follow as well. And then also we have Jack, which is also known as InfoXZar. We call him InfoZar. The X is silent. So, but yeah, we refer to ourselves as Magic Twitch because we are the people who consistently stream Magic on Twitch. So feel free to give them a follow if you're interested in this kind of stuff. Feel free. Also, I would like to give a shout out to my mod, Gibson Lens. He's been helping out. It's actually been a pretty crazy night. I know. Sorry, I've been going way longer than I normally go, but I actually don't have work tomorrow, and I was like, wow. And then there were raids, and I was like super excited to keep on going. So please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens plays piano and plays popular music, VGM, video game music, and has a lot of originals on his song list. So I also mod for him. And he's also Asian, so if you would like to give him a follow, you'll oftentimes see me over there. So, okay. That being said, it is a little late, so I'm going to go ahead and say last call. So if anybody would like to see any tricks, feel free to request them. And if not, I do have a trick or two in mind for a finale. So if we don't get any requests, no big deal. I will have 1 or 2 more tricks potentially. So yeah, last call. But while we're here, I do want to thank everybody. Thank you so much for everybody who came in and hung out after the raids. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much to Mary Amber, to Young Fika, to Taladar, to do we have one more? I don't remember now. And somebody who raided at the beginning. I'm historically really bad at remembering who raided like a few hours ago. But yeah, thank you so much for all the new follows. Oh my god, thank you so much for letting me hit 500 followers. Oh my god, thank you so much. And let's see. Thank you so much to everybody who has interacted with the stream, whether you requested a trick, chose a number, said anything in chat, clicked on the heat map on screen. Thank you very much, because without you guys, this would not be as fun, in my personal opinion. And then also, thank you so much to people who are just lurking, because I can just do these tricks at home by myself, but I'm not doing any magic. I know how the tricks work, right? So the magic happens in your minds. And so that, my friends, is yeah. So thank you very much to everybody hanging out, all that. Thank you to my mod Gibson Lens. Thank you for all the raids. Thank you for the applause. And yeah, thank you so much for the warm feelings, everybody. So we do have 2 more tricks in the queue. So I'm going to go ahead and close the queue and add a finale. And I do have a couple of tricks that I like to close with. This is one of my favorite ones when I get there. So we'll first do the coin matrix as requested by SROM Music. So surprisingly, this is one of the few tricks on the list that is not a card trick. I mean, I'll use cards, but it is actually a coin trick. And I wanted to teach myself a longer version of this, but I don't know a longer version currently, so this is what you get. Okay. So, let's go! Yeah, yes. This is the first raid. Oh, yes, Alchemy Mutation, that's right, Alchemy Mutation. Thank you kindly. Yeah, FYI, if you're not following Alchemy Mutation, one of the biggest supporters of the stream. I think he's raided me like a ton of times. I can't even keep count. Like, probably at least half a dozen to a dozen times. Like, that's how many times. Okay, this trick is called the coin matrix. It will use 4 coins and 4 cards. Okay. And what we're going to do, if you're familiar with Star Trek, we're going to be transporting coins all over the place. So we're going to be teleporting coins into various different corners. So look, watch. It happens very quick. What if I told you I can teleport this quarter from this corner to that corner? It happens very quick. And look, this one up there. And then finally the last one. And that, my friends, is the basic coin matrix. Hopefully you didn't blink, because it's over very quick. For Laura says, no! What? Yes, Little Toe Sock says, what? Jasmine says, stop! No! Checking the gaff meter says, I don't get this. And thank you kindly for the claps, Chris M. Yee. Greatly appreciate it. Seems like that was baffling a lot of people. It's pretty... Yeah. Thank you kindly for the applause. Maggie Miller, thank you very much. SROM Music. I love coin magic. Oh, thanks, man. So good. Oh, okay. So I don't have this on my trick list, but I will do this because SROM likes coin magic. So bonus trick that's off menu right now. I don't think I'm that great at it, but okay, here we go. All right, right here we have a Canadian coin. I'm just using it because it's way more gigantic than other coins, and it's just easier to see. Now, if I was to just grab this like this, it's in this hand because I actually grabbed it, right? But the thing is, I'm going to actually grab it again. But the difference is if I grab this marker and I just tap my hand and I just push it through my hand, it's actually going to disappear because look. Now you're probably wondering where the coin went. It's actually in the marker. So look, there it is. There you go. Coin magic for you, SROM. Thank you kindly for the raid. Isaac, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm not gonna lie, this has been a pretty crazy night. Welcome in, Raiders. Isaac, how is your stream? How are you? Oh, thank you for the shout. Yes, yes. Raiders, everybody give Isaac a follow. Yeah. Thank you for the support. Thank you for bringing your family here. So, Obi-Wan says, what's the difference between a magician and a scammer? The magician makes the coin reappear. The scammer doesn't. There's the badumts for you. I'm doing well, working on Hogwarts for a few days now. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I've heard about that new Hogwarts game. I don't have time to play video games because I have a 19-month-old, but I love video games anyway. So, yeah, excellent. All right. Isaac, you joined in near the end of stream. So the queue is basically what we've got, and we're going to be finishing. So we just finished up. OMG, a dad. Yes, I am a dad. Legitimate, genuine dad right here. I also have a dad joke redeem if anybody wants. I mean, I only told one tonight, but it was a really long one. So thank you very much for the congrats. Yes, developmentally at a very interesting time because she's able to say like yes and no, and she has preferences. My little daughter, while I prep for the vampire card trick. Yeah, she yeah, she's walking around, running around even. So, oh. Hydrate, redeem if anybody needs to hydrate. I'm having some tea. But that's the last of my tea, so I gotta end soon. Okay. Girl dad, king. Alright. Yeah. She's my princess. I mean, I'm not gonna really call her a princess, but I want her to be like self-sufficient. And also, my wife's name means princess in a different language, so it's, you know. Anyway. So we have a request from Jasmine for the vampire card trick. So what we have here is a few cards. We've got 4 cards. We have the Ace of Hearts, 2 of Hearts, 3 of Hearts, and King of Spades. The King of Spades is going to represent our vampire, and the Ace, 2, and 3 of Hearts. They're hearts because they're people, and Ace, 2, and 3 they represent the order in which the vampire is going to suck all of their blood. I know, a little morbid, but look, that's all the time that vampire needed to suck the blood of the first card. Because look, here's the 3, here's the 2, and here's our vampire. But the ace has had the blood completely sucked out of it, front and back. I know. That's super bizarre, right? So look, we've got a 2, we've got the 3, and of course our vampire. And the second victim is going to have its blood completely sucked out of it. Because look, here's our 3, our third victim. Shh, don't warn them. He's stealing it. Here's our vampire, and here's our second victim. Also had the blood completely sucked out of the second victim. And then for our third and final victim, the vampire is just going to go ahead and make short work of the third victim. Once again, front and back. I know. Super bizarre. Twilight, but card magic. Yes. So I forget who's the vampire. Edward, right? Not Jacob. Jacob's werewolf, right? Okay. Anyway, now here's the thing. We do live in a modern day society, and if you find that there's 3 bodies with like teeth marks in the neck, this vampire knows what's going on. They're gonna need to get out of Dodge. So they know they're gonna be on the lookout. So they find a way to make themselves disappear. And that, my friends, is the vampire card trick. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Oh man, I gotta read some of these. Somi53 says, "You how? Oh, thank you for the applause, Somi53. Twilight with card magic. Edward Cullen vibes. Maggie Miller says, how? And with the stress. Chris MU, thank you kindly for the claps. Oh, that girl Whitney, thank you for the mind blown. Let's see. Thank you for the claps. Chris MU and emotes. Somi53, for Laura, Skipson Lens, Doritos checking the gaff meter. SROM Music. Chan the Magic Man, thank you. Dad joke, please. Oh, did we get a redeem? Oh, yes. No. Okay, well, I'm going to tell one anyway. All right, here we go. What? My wife told me to lay down the ant killer. And I said, oh, is she coming to town? All right, we'll give you a bonus. What did the depressed video gamer buy? Sorry. Why did the depressed video gamer buy so many game systems? Because they needed to console themselves. Jasmine redeemed for the trick. Okay, cool. All right. So we got one in, and then there's my makeup for being late. So there you go. All right. That girl Whitney, I forgot the haha. Thank you. Okay. Maggie Miller says, I chuckled. S-Rom says, ouch! Thank you for the badum-tss. Maggie Miller, thank you very much. Jasmine says, now I wish I hadn't. Well, I'm sorry. Okay. Z-Dubs New York, thank you kindly for the applause. Greatly appreciate it. All right, we are coming to our last trick of the night. This is one of my favorite tricks. I perform this often as a closer. Let me make sure I have everything correct before I begin. Once again, thank you everybody for being here. Greatly appreciate it. And S-Rom says, it's not a dad joke if it doesn't hurt a little. Jasmine says, you right. Somi's, so true. I love and hate dad jokes at the same time. Yeah. So I used to really like like dirty jokes and adult jokes. But between like not wanting to get demonetized on the stream and then like I know my coworkers know about my Twitch stream too, so it's like and we have really professional like work environments. I'm like I don't want to risk it, I guess. But now that I'm a genuine dad. All right, checking the gaff meter. Thanks, Num. I'm out. You're fantastic, and congrats on the 500. Thank you very much for stopping in, checking the gaff meter. We'll see you around. Have a glorious evening. All right. So here we are. Oh, by the way, if I mess up this trick, we'll get another trick in, because I'm not ending on a trick where I mess up. So there we are. Disclaimer. All right, so this trick is called Picasso Aces. First things first, I have some aces and I have a deck. I do want to show you this is a blue back deck. That's important because these aces did not come from this deck. These aces are actually red backed. So ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, and ace of spades. Now, with these four aces, what I would like to do is show you hopefully something pretty magical with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some of the aces out here, and I'm going to place the ace of spades up there. Okay. Now I'm going to be placing 3 cards onto each one of these piles. So let's do that. And you'll be able to tell them because they're blue backed. So they're different. Okay, square all these up. Now this trick was created by someone named Max Maven. If you were born and raised in like the 80s and grew up in the 90s, you may have heard of Max Maven as a magician mentalist. He was one of the most famous mentalists. He contributed a lot to magic, and he passed away last year. So it was kind of a big hit to the magic community. But I do this trick and I think about Max Maven when I do it because I'm like, hopefully I'm doing him justice and stuff like that. So okay, so we have our ace here, and all it takes is I'm going to go ahead and grab the red ace. I'm going to drop it up here into this pile because if I show you now, these are all blue backed cards and none of these are aces. And the cool and interesting part now is that before we just had 1 red ace and 3 blue cards, but look, if I show you, we now have 2 red cards and 2 blue cards. I know, that's strange and bizarre, but look, we'll do it again. Right? I'll do it with a snap that time because look, all of the cards here, blue backed, and none of them are aces. And now remember, we had 2 and 2, right? But look, if I go ahead and count them, there's now 3 red backed cards and only 1 blue backed card. I know, super strange. And now some people think that there's some shenanigans afoot. I mean, you're watching a sleight of hand card magic stream. What do you think? But look, so you can still see that the ace is here, right? Ace of diamonds is still there. It's red backed. If I insert it into the packet, you can still see it on the back, right? If I show you the front, you can still see it on the front. Okay, but look, watch. I just plucked it out and dropped it over here. Because look, if I show you, these are now 4 blue backed cards. And if I show you the faces, there are no aces. And of course, the final pin, we've got 4 red backed aces. And they are ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, ace of hearts. And that, my friends, is a successful performance of Picasso Aces, our finale. And actually, I think it was also a boss trick. Picasso Aces was a boss trick as well. So thank you for being here, for encountering the boss. So we're going to beat that boss. So I think we did pretty good on boss tricks tonight. Oh, if anybody needs an explanation on boss tricks, It's just a way for me to give myself some homework. Hold on. So if I mess up a trick or don't do a trick to my satisfaction, I give myself some homework so I do it correctly again in the future. All right, and with that, let's call it a stream. So once again, thank you very much for everybody being here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully that was entertaining. So now we're just going to find someone to raid. I normally raid Twitch friends in the music community because that's kind of where I mostly hang out. But I do want to let everybody know that I usually stream once a week. It's on a Sunday night. The time starts depending on when I put the baby down and can jump on stream. So I started later today, so I don't want to commit to a time, but just kind of informally know that that's roughly what I'm doing. And honestly, yeah, I don't have a Discord or anything. I don't do anything else. So this literally just following me is the best way to figure out what I'm doing. So yeah, let's see who's available to raid. And then if you are in dire need of more stuff to watch, feel free to watch all my VODs. I have a bunch of videos on YouTube. Check out my YouTube. I've had videos magic related for like 2.5 years. I also have, or join in another Discord that I advertise in because I'm in like a bunch of like music Discords. Oh my god, thank you so much for all the applause. Thank you so much, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. Also, I did a project on YouTube last year called 100 Tricks in 100 Days. I recorded, performed, and uploaded 100 magic tricks in 100 real-time days. So, yeah, feel free to check that out as well. Okay, so with that, thank you very much. Thanks to my mod, Gibson Lens. Once again, give him a follow. Thank you, everybody who raided. Alchemutation, Taladar, Young Fika, and Mary Amber, thank you very much. And once again, everybody have a great night. Oh, we have some raid calls. Feel free to copy a raid call. And thank you, everybody, for the support tonight. A lot of support. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the resubs. Thank you for the subs and gift subs. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Who do we want to raid? Wait. Who's in the mood for some chill vibes? I think I want to go to Sonata G Major.
Parce, where am I gonna see? Parce, are you coming on?
So, let's raid. Oh, I did not copy. Hold on. Copy, paste. Okay. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll hope to see you back again sometime. And everybody have a glorious day. Greatly appreciate you. Wait, Sonata is raiding right now. Stop the raid. Oh. Okay, stopping the raid. We are going to then raid. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, do we know if 7 Senshi is still going on for a bit? Is she raiding out too? She's been going for almost 5 hours. Oh my god. She started before I did. I just raided Keyboard Grinder, so. All right. Let's see here. You know what? Keyboard Grinder has served me well. Let's just go back to Keyboard Grinder. The Keyboard Grinder. All right. Let's go to the Keyboard Grinder. I always like requesting stuff in his anyway, so. All right, everybody. Take 2! Thank you so much for everything, everybody. And you guys have a glorious rest of the week, I guess, because technically we're starting the week tomorrow. So it's Monday for me. So, all right. Thank you very much. Everybody follow everybody. Everybody's really cool tonight, and we'll hope to see you back again another time. So, everybody take care, and see ya. Bye. Okay, I think the raid is going. And then, alright, this will be on the VOD.